Riot Games Arena, it's time to get started with the second match of Stage 2. And here it is with big changes and a dream of getting that first win, Cloud9!
Is this finally the roster that C9 has been waiting for? Are these the players that they've been waiting for to pick up this team? Or will they fall short with such a little time to prepare with this new squad? I mean, time will tell, and we're starting right now.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity here for Cloud9. The excitement is there. Oxy, when you see him on the stage, you always know he's going to be a ball of energy, and they're certainly going to need to channel that as they get ready for this matchup. It's going to be tough, without a doubt, but I think it goes without saying that the C9 squad, time and time again, when faced with challenges, have found ways to manage to step past that. The question is, can they do so one more time? Can they do so when it matters most here at Stage 2 with playoffs on the horizon? That's the question on the fans' minds, and of course, we're going to find out how their opponent is going to respond in just a sec.
And on the other side, let's make some noise for Sentinels!
Sentinels is a team that has known about adversity since the beginning of their roster and their involvement in Valorant, and we're seeing them here yet again, another challenge. Are they going to have the grit to show up to this match and take it away with a substitute player in, without their IGL, a mid-rounder in his place? Are we going to see them win this match against a C9 who is looking a little crazy around the edges with the roster changes?
Yeah, that's right. And let's not forget Jonah Peace coming into this one, needing to lead the team here. He, of course, is well known in his G2 days as being the guy who would kind of source that information on the Zowie for his teammates, being the one who would kind of deliver that news for them, and good on the mid rounds, really good in supporting that. Now he's going to be the one in the driver's seat, fully responsible. It's a tall task here to ask.
And I think the connection between Jonah P, John QT, and their coach Ewok, obviously John QT isn't here, but Ewok has now had months to work with this team, right?
Yep.
When he was brought in, it was their first time kind of bringing him in as a coach, but now we're going to see a lot of time.
We're going to Summit, baby! Cloud9 takes us to Summit. Yeah, of course they'll take us to Summit. That makes a lot of sense. All right, what do we think about this? Because that means C9 have been putting in some work. Alexis, your read on Summit.
Ooh, I really want to see what comp they're playing, but it makes sense. C9 has had a lot of time to sit and prepare and really theory craft on the map and think about what would suit their players best.
Do you think Sentinels have had that same kind of time as well, right? I mean, obviously with Marv coming in and replacing, right? There's certainly going to be some things that they kind of are cooking up here, surely.
Both of these teams have been lying in wait while Masters London was going on, so I can only imagine what they have both been able to cook up. But really, I'm very interested in the fact that this is kind of in line with C9's philosophy, kind of as an org, as a team. They're willing to take risks, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about with all these roster changes. So I'm honestly really happy to see C9 really leading into the risk-taking and picking a new map first out of the gate.
Yeah, it's available, might as well take it.
Right.
See what happens. You got to pick up these wins. As we had noted earlier, right? Like all these victories that you're going to be picking up, they are going to matter, right? Like granted, there's going to be so much between now and when we get to the playoffs, play-ins, and everything like that. But every victory, you want to try and pick up as much as you can. And well, let's go ahead and see what these compositions are looking like. Yeah, I mean, Harbor, you called it earlier.
Yeah,
Nice.
I told them to play it.
You're just so smart.
Yeah, they saw my analysis and they're like, you know what, she's right. Harbor is pretty good.
Just changing their whole game plan. They just saw Harbor on the curved wall and was like, yeah, we'll go for that. Let's see what Sentinels are running here. Harbor as well. And the Waylay that they're going to be bringing into this one. Interesting stuff here. What do we make of these two compositions, though?
If I remember seeing what I just saw correctly, was that C9 that was running Astra? So we're seeing an Omen versus Astra potentially here. And yeah, the Harbor from both teams. Lexi's analysis ringing true. No Sage. I want to say there's Cypher on both sides. So interesting information game from both sides.
Friends, we are about to see Summit played here at Americas for the first time. And it's going to be an interesting one without a doubt. So let's go ahead and send it over to your casters who are not at all depressed about England's sad loss against Argentina. Big fans of Messi, by the way. Here's Brennan Sideshow.
Yeah, it's just no need, is there? They were originally going to put us on the previous game and we refused on the basis that we'd have to cast the Argentinian players.
Okay, all right, Sentinels, Cloud9.
Yes.
Reset. Let's ground ourselves and not think about the World Cup at all. this is a game, honestly, there's a lot to play for in terms of this one here. Stage 2, two teams that are looking to get off on the best foot forwards, I think, coming out of Stage 2, because Sentinels, they've had this whole issue of rebuilding throughout the year, and they were off to a strong start, I think, towards the tail end of Stage 1, but now a wrench into the plans with John QT having to take a step back. He was in surgery, and now Marv stepping in for them. It's a lot of tumultuous changes, and the same can be said for Cloud9. I mean, Cloud9 have been playing musical chairs all abound, but we see Summit for the first time in Americas.
That's awesome.
And that's going to be the focus for now.
Yep, we saw it for the first time in Pacific this morning. Now we get to see it in Americas too. It's going to be a lot of fun to see. Yeah. This is also the first time we're seeing anybody pick Vice on the map.
See the nade nice and early here. Cortazia going to be pushed off and away from the angle to Cove, though. Nice little pocket of play in for Oxy. Going to dissect up most of this ace side, but reinforcements already arriving. Sentinels are waiting in the wings for now, but these walls intersecting makes it awkward. Now they're catching. Wall's going to be fading though alongside the smokes. Catch potentially out in the corner. No. You see the whole team moving up onto the side. They got no post-plan control at all. Cloud9 are corralled into a corner here. There is nowhere to run. There is nowhere to hide. And it's just Sentinels putting a pinch on them now. Pressure from absolutely every angle. Just a few smokes to really save the day from them. But Oxy activating. Still Jonah P's right there. From behind with the blind. Oxy can only do so much. Brought down to his knees. Sat back down to that spectator seat. It's Sentinels with a pistol round win.
And Redux with a 3K. This is the guy for me, looking at this Sentinels roster. Redux has got so much talent, and they flex him around a ton. You'd think you want to put the guy on a role where he can absolutely excel. He ends up getting used a bit as a Swiss Army knife for this team. But he still finds all of that value. Hey! Come on! Come on! That's a post plan for Cloud9 where they probably should have tried to push a little more aggressive. Getting all 5 players stuck on the A site there is no good.
You gotta nobody go in main, nobody holding in yard.
You've got to go forwards, get into that little pocket, go and try to take some cave control.
Not an ideal start for Cloud9.
I like this though, a little progression smoke from the harbor just to be able to play for the orbs.
Yeah. The wall's going to be triggered here, but it does separate Oxy from the rest of the pack. He's the one with the spike. Now revealed up the Cove, barely saving him for the moment, but he will be whittled down regardless. Plenty more weapons where that came from. Cortazia, it's a target-rich environment, and he will thrive off the back of it. Halfway to the ult now, flawless here for Sentinels.
It's a great beginning for them. It's their opponent's map pick, and you've got to imagine, on a map that has basically only just come out, most of the teams are not going to be great here.
And that's why I think it's understandable that Cloud9 would try and opt into it. They're a team that have spoken about struggles in scrims recently.
Yep.
There's their manager, Johnny, I think, saying they had about a 20% win rate, and that's why they made chops and change with no going out, Vic in.
Vic back in?
Yeah, Vic back in, exactly. Minus Mitch plus Mitch, minus Vic plus Vic.
Minus
Same
vanity,
old story,
plus
yeah, minus
vanity.
vanity plus vanity.
They love it, don't they?
They do love it.
Well, SEN are going to lock down the A side with their Vice again. That means that
a lot of pressure.
Business is open.
Yep, Paranoid's going to be connecting. Redux, though, is in a very tricky spot. Movement of Jar just trying to play this one nicely. Still, Oxy will shut him down. Got a better weaponry in their hands now and a full site access. Going to be claimed by Cloud9.
That was incredibly awkward for Oxy. Stuck inside those thorns, but now he's back up to 75 health and 2 away from a showstopper. Good post-plant positioning as well, tucked in here. But they've got 2 in drop. Feels like a bit much.
Yeah, potentially. No, only working with a judge, and then when he tries to exchange the weapons, bullet to the dome. It is kill going either way, though. Still 2v3. Cove going to be fading. Like you said, 2 players in drop might be a little bit too much, but honestly, it's so unorthodox. It might work. SEN, though, doubled up. Holding their nerve for now, waiting for the timings of the util to come back up with that Cove put out, trying to force the issue in a couple of these fights. Fireball Ops now takes a swing through, but already that timing was kind of preordained. Cortazia is now in a rough spot. The tap, though, pulling these players out. The time is of the essence, and he's just cycling through the util.
What a bit of a mistake there towards the end. Time was crunching down anyway.
Yeah, I don't think he would have had a chance regardless, but still.
You want
decent try.
Yeah, you want to try to play to as many outs as possible. I really am not a big fan of that post-plan positioning. They just had Cypher, Fireball Ops isolated over towards main here. The plan is for main as well, or at least you've got decent positioning from main. And these post-plants are going to be absolutely crucial for Cloud9 to convert. Take a look at the guns now for Sentinels. An opt for Jerwin.
He is. Oxy only opted into the Stinger, but he has a showstopper.
This Viper wall, one that quite a lot of teams are running. And then Oxy's going to look to break the door, possibly? No,
Showstopper.
in.
Oh, what a shot from Jerwin to peak. Immediate punish for it. Utah's going to be sent flying forwards with the door shutting down in their faces. Walls on either side once more. Snake bite, slight pocket, Jerwin snaps to the side but peels back and away. There's a lot of damage done. Hold on, hold on. Doesn't choose to take the shot.
That's how we know he's not cheap.
Yeah, that's how. So one-way propped up now, though. Still a 3v4 here for Sentinels to play into. Time pressure's not on them as of yet. The plant still needs to go down here for Cloud9.
Yeah, they're just waiting for some of that smoke util to come back. The Harbor really useful for executing these B splits, because otherwise with more traditional comps, you're going to run out of smokes fairly quickly.
A lot of pauses being taken at the right moment. Post-plant position at this time, Cloud9 bunkering down, but that's going to be Steel Garden, pushing them back into the extremities here. Jack looking to go down with a ship. He's playing that forward position, just shows signs of life, just a slight peek out, but he still can't remove him. Odin spam spraying it away, somehow it just goes either way, and Jack gets that weapon back into his hands, still brought down and traded out, but this is surely not winnable for Marved. Iceman back on the stage, but he's going to give this one up now. Cloud9 are going to drag it level.
And that time, much more disciplined in terms of the positions on the site that they got to. Knew that they wanted to back off into those passive positions, and how Jack quite stayed alive there. Who knows? I mean, he just tucked himself in, didn't he? I don't think that Sentinels necessarily knew that he was there. What a peak to go for Jerwin too, considering the way that that round opened up. C9 will be very happy they came away with the round in the end.
Couple of blind shots there.
I'm telling you, these guys do not know how to retake. They don't know how to retake.
Okay.
I think it's pretty reasonable. I mean, this is a new map. People will have gaps all over their game. It's good to identify that early. Especially when Jack is just stood there with no gun and doesn't get punished for it. So now they swap the defensive positions over on the light buy. Cortezia goes over towards B. More of a fight happening over at A. Jerwin looking to take some space.
Just trying to sidestep away from the Prowler, doesn't reveal the position. Jerwin. So there for now.
They've got Paranoia here as well off Jerwin's contact.
Yep. We were saying there's a different setup in terms of the Viper wall up, but he's going to be brought down. Paranoia does sweep and connect. It's a lovely shot from Jerwin. He's going for a few more though. Oxy squares up, postures. He's keen for the fight.
Well dealt with.
Tapping away here. Orbs are going to be vacuumed up. Open access to the A side too for that plant.
I think the post plants are going to be really important for C9. If they have identified that Sentinels have got a bit of a weakness in terms of retake, it's early doors. It's only been 4 serious rounds, but if C9 can get themselves into good post plant positions, I mean, in a spot like this, if you can close the door over here and get yourself positioned deep in cave, then it's pretty tough for the retakers to do anything. I mean, they're coming through really, really small choke points here and here. And so I think what we're going to see more and more as the metagame develops on this map is that if A site hits are pretty feasible, and if you can get into good post plant positions, I think it's much more likely the defenders are going to start flank retaking. But we're in such early days of Summit that people are still trying to figure out these.
I mean, look at the comps on either side, right?
Absolutely.
That's a massive indicator that meta is not quite settled.
No.
Summit's still being figured out here, but a nice lead for Cloud9. Got to say, it's important for them as well to strike while the iron is hot, or especially when Senna weakened due to circumstances. It's a nasty angle, yeah.
Well, yeah. Jonah P barely let a pixel show as well. We're all over it. You're talking about comps, Brent. One of these teams is going to win with double controller here because they're both playing it. It was only just this morning that we had our first double controller victory against a non-double controller team on Summit. The rest of the time, even though these comps seem powerful in theory, the double duelist just run at them style has been working a bit better.
Abundance of smokes coming through. Let's see, listen into Cloud9, see what they got up their sleeves.
Just wait. Can you Roomba? Roomba cat right now. Jack and Raze are going to work A. Me and Vic are going to go link.
Alright, can't take
Can
bomb,
right.
Jack.
Yeah.
It's okay. This one is about to fall. I threw it early.
Wait, 5 seconds, and I'm gonna call for you guys, and you guys will start going.
Yeah, can you dog and I'll just
2
pick it up?
seconds. Wait.
I'll break.
Coving now.
Go. Dog.
One double swing this Jordan. You go wide.
3, 2.
Okay, gotcha. We need help.
I'm ulti back. Go B. Speed B. You're good, Francis. You're good.
No wall. I'm walking out.
We don't need to speed up. We can
No, come guys. Come. I'm ulti.
One dead.
Oh, half that body. I hit him early.
I'm blowing.
I'm winding it, guys. Go
Just
through.
one guy.
Waiting for you guys.
Just go through. I have it.
Yeah.
I'm playing for man.
Out there.
Let's
Good.
Jordan, can you control the post line?
We can keep dropping. Yes.
Dude, look where I'm at.
You guys can sit spawn. Just keep blink. Plant out,
Plot
Jack.
needs it.
On out. Can you hold this, Francis?
I'm all behind me.
I'm gonna try to peek off you, Fire. No, they're all there, Francis.
Going up. One
They're all
on
there.
probe.
You guys are good.
I'm peeking off you, Cam.
Yeah, we're all off cam. Keep
I'm
on
blanked out.
trophy.
You exposed his drop?
Yeah, well, kind of.
They could draw.
I got hit. I'm chilling.
Maybe have you spawned?
Yeah, every one guys, I think.
One more.
Two more spawn.
I dropped it dead.
We can play spam, guys. Just cool off.
I'll walk right after. Walk right.
Last player standing.
Nice try.
Guys, breathe. Like, they're not even out.
Decent try by Cloud9. I'm trying to piece it together. They found a bit of a weak spot towards that B side, but couldn't get it going towards the end. The retake finally paying off for SEN.
Well, they just walked one by one into Kudzia's gun there.
Yeah, they did.
He mowed them down towards the end. He was certainly the player that mattered the most in this situation. And it gets a bit of a freebie, a little bit unlucky, you could argue, but then the way that they're trying to swing into him.
city, guys. We have a new Brock.
He's 10-3, abusing the Odin on this map. Pretty reasonable. Calling yourself the new Brock. I don't mind it. But here's Elsys really active there, microing his team around.
Yeah, I was noticing that.
The puppeteer.
Yeah.
But he's also said in an interview before this, if I could beat Sentinels, even if it took me losing the other 4 games in groups, I would.
Well, there you go. I mean, talk about skin in the game, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if there would be a player with a lot to play for against Sentinels, it would be Zelsys, wouldn't it?
I wonder if it takes it out a little bit that John isn't on the other side. It doesn't get to IGL versus IGL against him.
Potentially. Let's see, it's a nice... High Tide's going to be ripped its way across early. Something to peel back the pressure on towards B. Smokes on smokes. Cut noise is called for.
Yeah, look at this big push out on A, though,
Wow.
which just means that you can stack super heavy on the other side of the map. It's pretty rare that you get a push like this going on the A side, because you have to clear a lot as you go through A main. But here, just based off the pressure early from C9 and the fact that SEN are able to slow them down with the Vice util, they've got this nice push out of Gerwin.
So Cloud9 might be walking into a trap here. It's an
Yeah.
unorthodox angle by Cortesia, I got to say.
It's
The Odin close quarters here.
It's pretty nice, though. There's no way that C9 are going to be hard clearing left as they go in.
Smokes up, though. Could potentially play around. Prowler, bit of spam, and away. It's all Cloud9, though. Filled up the feed nicely here, Marv. Danger player. Tied close quarters. ISO in the angles nicely. Brings down at least 2 before he goes down to his own grave. Plan will go down. Cloud9. So let Sentinels working at that player disadvantage.
Fireball Lobs taking a moment there just to optimize the plant position for B main, but nobody can extract themselves to play off it.
And Sentinels are going to need some individuality, I think, to shine through in a situation like this. Saturate just goes wide, misses. Vic is able to swing off the back of this one now, just down to that Jonah P. ISO, what's Oxy doing? Swings out wide, and Vic noted, but wins it all anyway.
He's come back to Tier 1 to save C9 in spots like that. Jonah P knew exactly what was going on there. They knew that there was a player tucked into the left side and somebody trying to play off his contact. Oxy swings early because otherwise if he plays off the contact, he figures it's just likely that Jonah P's holding for him. Tries to mix it up. Doesn't work, but Vic lands the shot anyway. That's the panic button.
Timeout taken.
Alarm bells ring out throughout the Riot Games studios.
And
Ewok takes the panic.
Worth reiterating, of course, this is, Sentinels, they're not at full strength, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
T out of the roster. Marv having to step in after. I'm not going to count his little stint on Chet's Pets. I'm going to say his last time playing was 2024, to be honest.
I think that's fairly reasonable.
So he hasn't seen any time on the stage in quite a minute.
Yeah. Well,
not that it's been noticeable. He hasn't been...
No. But I think it's such an interesting scenario, a match like this, because both of these teams, in order to do anything for the rest of this year, in order to get to champs, they essentially need to make the grand finals of Americas, because they've done so poorly across stage 1 that they have 1 and 2 champ points between them.
Yeah, so you can't bank on that. Doesn't matter how many wins you get in the group stage.
No.
Stage 2.
This game does not necessarily matter in terms of champs points. What they're playing for is to get top 2 in their group maybe and skip all the way through to playoffs.
Yeah, the best seeding.
So that Sentinels don't have to play against Kaplan and Caillou in play-ins.
Yeah.
But also they're playing to ramp up slowly throughout the course of this season to get to a point where they'll be in that kind of form where they can make a run in playoffs.
I think it's a great point. Something that we get with this new format that's being teased, I suppose, before we really change everything up to 2027. Definitely means there's a lot less pressure in stage 2 for some of these teams.
I think the pressure's on right now for C9 though, because if you lose to a SEN that doesn't have their IGL, what the hell does that mean?
Yeah, it's dire tidings, isn't it? Definitely is. We're going to see this one. A lot of pressure being made. Crossover towards B, back over towards A now. Wall being triggered. Oxy just has to sit tight. Now with the rest of the pack right behind him, he's going to be leading that one all the way through and forwards. It's 1 kill for Cortesier, traded out. And hold on, SEN grouping up, but they've only got the pistols.
Not closing this door.
No.
C9.
Given access, ults being offloaded. We're going to see this one ripping its way across. Blinds them all in the process. Fireball Ops going to be taken down. Hands over the rifle, but it might not matter. Still with that pit. Oh my, it's just Jonah. It's a great leveler, man. Barreled over all of them. Jack is going to have to hope for that random spam sheer chance of going fishing for the kills, but blinded up and pushed into the corner behind the box. It's all too predictable for Jonah P. A nice little 3-piece, but barely any weaponry to work with.
Jack might have had the read earlier that Sentinels can't play retake, but C9 are giving them a good go for it on this map, on this site. Their post plant positioning is so passive. They're almost rolling out a red carpet.
My util's insane, huh? Come on.
Yeah.
They're loving that from Marv.
Yeah.
C9 never taking more aggressive positions. Never even breaking the door
No,
on A.
I mean denying another avenue that SEN were just able to walk all the way out.
Yeah, they've got some shocking post-plan positioning at the moment on the A side, C9. It's going to allow Sentinels to get back in these rounds.
Oh,
here comes Oxy, though.
Oh, he's not wasting any time. It's already the showstopper. Ripped off, but a few's going to be dissipating down. He has to wait out the Thorns. Got to respect this one, and that means the ult's basically expended.
Yeah, these players at A main, though, are going to find it difficult to get through because there's still Vice util to penetrate.
Yep, into a corner. It's a lot of damage, though, that goes either way. Cortesier doing a decent enough
spike.
job. Seeing it now. Snakebite in a seize. Connects up. And oh, he's just found a slightest of angles. Hold on. It's not enough. We fall into that one.
Another opportunity for C9 to fix what's been going wrong with their post plans. If they can get a little deeper, fight over cave, maybe they can hold on.
Still Garden. Overlaps up here. It's going to be an ult for an ult, pound for pound, but Nightfall just with a classic. How's he doing that? Fireball Ops. Traded in the end here, but it does leave, again, Cloud9 in a player advantage situation, especially now. Cortesier going down, and this should just be matter of fact. Jerwin. Hold on. Speaking way too soon. Saturate flying forwards. Ace claimed. And with the double dash, plenty of time left in the bank.
One of the best aces that we've seen in Americas this year. Never mind this stage. This stage has only just begun. It's a play of the day, the play of the tournament so far, and that'll take some beating. That was a monstrously good ace.
Yeah, my bad for calling it too early.
No, but it should have been. It absolutely should have
been
been an easy cleanup. And I'm not even mad about how C9 played that.
Yeah.
They were really trying to swing off each other's contact. That's a crazy play.
Crispy.
That's why they brought him in. Struggled a little throughout stage 1, but Jerwin, if he can access form that's anywhere near that, Sen will have a great chance.
Looking real nice here. Cove. Powerland needs to be broken. They don't account for Marv, though, whatsoever. Cortesier is right there alongside him. Shoulder to shoulder. Marv might have gone down, but he just follows the traces, connects the dots through the smoke.
And Sen mix up their defense. A much deeper smoke this time. And C9 think it's fake. They just try to walk through it. That was on a 4-spy round for Cloud9. Their money is now broken. What are they thinking? Just wandering through that one?
Not too sure. Joe Biden into the Amazon type beat. It was...
no respect whatsoever on that deeper smoke. Marv is having a cultural impact on this
He really is, yeah. It's bleeding through. Love to see it.
He's got 11 assists so far as well. I mean,
Yeah.
half of them might come from that round. 5 C9 players just walking through a code.
Bizarre.
Emmy's got his hands all over his face already.
I mean, that's standard for me, though.
A little bit of exasperation.
Yeah, a little bit.
It can always get worse.
We've seen.
6-4 for SEN. Off the back of 3 rounds in a row here that have been pure magic. Brilliant to watch.
Yeah.
Again, reminder, without John QT in the server, some of your new map theory is just going to be laid out already. Some of it is going to be you winging it on the fly.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, we're already seeing evidence of it. I think Cloud9, a couple of their post plans have been going a bit miss, not closing the door.
Yeah.
A few of them, and playing entirely too much on site from time to time.
I mean, if you're a C9 fan, you're losing your mind at that Jerwin ace, but I'm much more inclined to give the credit to Jerwin on how he played that.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But Sentinels, maybe they'll get tested a little more when the sides swap and they're attacking without their IGL. For now, though, they're looking good.
They're trying to do it with John QT still. That is a nasty shot. Straight for the wall. Jonah P going down. That's going to be handing over a rifle to the opposition. Whoa! Okay.
That goes both ways.
All right. Instinctual.
And this is one of the reasons why the defenders have been closing the door a lot.
Yeah, but still Vic doesn't manage to find it.
Oh, it's brutal.
Didn't have the gun for it, did he?
Yeah, that's pure weaponry differential.
But we've been seeing, like you were mentioning, a lot of teams in China playing Summit. They close this door off the rip to not allow this angle, this avenue.
I mean, look at Marv's positioning right now.
Yeah.
He's just having to cover deep.
It makes it so much more complicated. Having to worry about the lurk. Angle, he's already revealed the shot off. Knife out. Mine's going to be ricocheting off the back wall. Util held out. He's potentially in a bit of a troubling spot, but it's being sealed up, at least the gaps in the play. Cloud9's positioning now noted, but that Odin spam and sprayed out.
Kodazir has done amazing to get another one there. 17 and 7, this guy.
Trying right now, doing it for John QT.
30 seconds left.
Zelsis pressed into a 1v3 just with the stinger. Util will be coming online, but that is not the angle you were hoping for.
Certainly didn't want to be turning a corner and seeing 3 Sentinels players running at him. Zelsis is the one that could have made a difference in this round by trying to connect the dots, create those short-range fights for his team to be able to flourish with a stinger. Crazy shots going around over towards B main to start this. I mean, how else are you going to react to that?
Enemy remaining.
So far, Kodazir is having a game and a half with the Odin. Just getting into really defensive positions, utilizing the Vice. First time we've seen Vice be picked on this map as well. Nobody's really given it a try, even though it looks like a great map for the Agent.
Yeah.
Almost everyone playing Cypher. Seeing so much Cypher.
A lot of the buffs really helping out, actually, across the board.
Look at this. This time, Kodazir putting that wall deep into A link, which is a strange one. Just anticipating that the Harbor Ult is going to get used on a split. Instead, Zelsis grouping up to pop into Jerwin.
It's going to be sailing up and overhead. That's just to deal with any potential Vice Thorns. Prowler, though, will need to be respected. Convergent Pass going to be layered down. The damage, though, surely not. That was Joe, and escaping with his life. Redux with a peel that was necessary. Helps out his teammate now. Cloud9 puts a stop to any plans that they might have had.
That's absurd. Jerwin should have been caught in the middle of his ult, and then the Saturate helps him get out. C9 committed so much to that, and they got absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, worse than nothing. They lost their entry player.
Take quite a lot from SEN. Jonah P committed his own Nightfall just to peel them back and push them away.
Zelsis is now leading them into the Vice setup as well. They know that they didn't contact into a wall over towards B.
I just realized they have double up on the ground. What is it? Holding this one down now. Look at this. It's cheeky as anything, isn't it? Vice setup here is a bit of a backup, but he's going to be holding his nerve, holding his ground, and there it is. So what's the sign of life? Door's going to be broken down, but already damage has been done. And Steel Garden has been saved here. There's not much time at all. They've only got 17 seconds. Cloud9 are going to get a bit of a move on. They need to get this plant down and out now. SEN, wait this one out. Plenty of util ult while they're at it. Steel Garden now going to be utilized. He's going to be pushing them all the way to the sides. Jack is going to have to be that pivotal player to put a stop to it. Open is the sight line right now. Cortezia just steps right back into it, but that ADS angle is not ideal for it still. Earns his mark. Fireball ups there instantaneously with the trade, but he's going to have to earn it a bit more where that came from. SEN, the triple face up. It's up to Vic. Lift onto the side. Nasty shot to just under Jerwin. But a trade once more. Immaculate stuff. Sentinels at 8-4 half. Nothing to scoff at all.
Amazing rounds coming out of Cortezia, out of Jerwin. Outrageous stuff without their IGL even in the server. Now the sides are going to swap and they'll have to do it on the attack side. But so far, this gambit from C9 of taking SEN to a new map. A map that we haven't seen yet in Americas, barely seen at all across VCT really, has not paid off.
Not for now, but we'll find out if it can over towards that second half of Summit. Don't go anywhere.
I know people talk about flexibility and they think about Forsaken, but I just feel like you guys are not talking enough about Redux. You have been willing to play whatever the team needs since last year, since you were in that academy, and now what you have been doing for Sentinels. But where do you actually feel the most comfortable, Redux?
I mean, I like Omen and Phoenix the most right now. It's my, I mean, I don't mind playing like, kind of like any role, to be honest. But my most comfortable is probably those agents. Maybe some other duelists too. Some other controllers maybe. We'll have to see.
Okay, a little bit of a spoiler. Can we see that keychain, please?
There's a palpable groan from the crowd there at that motion. I mean, I don't blame them. Yeah, we are going to be getting into the second half of Summit momentarily. 8-4 currently. And Sentinels, I mean, this is about as good as a beginning as you could hope for, with John QT having to sit out for this one, bringing in Marv out of cryo freeze. Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, this guy has just been out of action for years. But coming into this, whole squad is putting it together here against a Cloud9 squad that has been battered around. They've been chopping and changing themselves with the players and whatnot. We're seeing there is a slight delay. Settings are being messed with.
It all comes down to that little swap. Jack was talking about how Sentinels couldn't retake, and yet 5 of the rifle rounds that they won out of 6 were retake rounds, actually. Some powered by absurd performances coming out from Jerwin or Cortezia being able to find those picks before the plant even got down. But this is so far so good for SEN, and C9 have really got to show us where the theory is. Interestingly enough, Cypher Rays, the agents that C9 are running, more of their kind of comp, they haven't lost so far in non-mirror win rates on this map. It's small sample size, but people that have been playing the Cypher, people that have been playing the Rays, your Billies of the world, for example, it's been working really, really well for them. But down 8-4, they need a pistol. SEN took the first one, but I mean, it was the rifle rounds where they really ran away with it.
Yeah, it really was. We are just waiting to get back into this one. I mean, in terms of what's being changed, I don't know. I could speculate for you. Maybe Oxy's looking for the perfect crosshair.
It could be.
Could be.
You think that'll make the difference?
It's a nice little, I mean, it's a great way to de-stress during ranked. Things aren't going well. I love to mute all my teammates and change my crosshair when things aren't going well. It's a stellar strategy. We're getting into it though. Second half of Summit. As our timer ticks down here, we get to see, is it going to be Sentinels closing this map out? But Cloud9 have a lot more to show.
C9 are grouped up pretty heavy over towards B main. This is a very standard defensive setup. You have your Cypher anchoring A, and people fighting over B main instead. Lots of teams around the world choosing defense setups like this. Cortezia doesn't seem like he wants to be holding on to this. He's just got the wall and the rest of the team looking to go and take mid.
It's an interesting smoke, isn't it? Gets you a lot of space in through mid nice and early. Door's going to be broken now towards mid, and that does cut off available avenues now for Sentinels to potentially lurk through, but they're going to be setting this one. Flying forwards now through A-Link, just Joe and taking. He's trying to cut away the door, peels all the way back with the refract. Bit of working of the map here by Sentinels.
Yeah, real heavy emphasis on mid.
Wow, just double dash again. Fakes on fakes of a Prowler and a bit of util. They're just trying to pull rotations all the way around here. Bait and switches abound, but now with that high tide, it does reveal their hand.
Yeah, and Oxy's full pushed out B main in this meantime.
Seeing a cam, it's going to be catching that contact. Fireball ops though. Play to do something about it, but he's just going to be playing to hold and control over towards Cave.
Let's see how Sentinels play these post plants. Smart from Fireball ops to just back up. After they'd lost yard control, very hard to hold. But he just maintains control of Cave instead. That is going to allow C9 to be able to come back in on the retake a bit better.
They're going to fight this one. Sentinels gearing up for it. It's going to be a clash. Bloodbath potentially occurring out towards that Cave area, but Horns dissipating, and now the Cove's up. Calling for a bit of a rolling retreat here. Sentinels just looking to bleed time off the clock. Hopefully not paying with their lives, but Cloud9 still find a way forwards and through mode. He's just out of bullets. Cortesia, it's all in your hands now. Whittled down, Vic is barely alive at all. Swing out, but it's half earned. Potential win cons now. Jack to tap, and now a full stick potentially. Slight swing, slightest of adjustments. And all the aura in the world there for the Red Bull clutch. Cortesia, no slowing down.
21 kills. 21 and 7. He's having an astonishingly good map. So clean with these one taps as well with Bandit in hand. Deletes Jack at the end. The more pushed up position in the post plant, C9 actually managed to barrel their way out through the cove. Didn't help. And that's double pistol now for Sentinels. Up 9-4. It's going to be incredibly tough for C9, who picked this map to be able to come back.
This was their gambit. Okay.
Seen teams do this as well. You just want to deny the orbs.
Yeah. In real time. Celsius couldn't join the rest of them, so he's going to look to see if he can do as much damage as possible.
And he does the Redux as he's peeking over the top of his monitor, trying to lock eyes with Cortesia. I don't think you can really get in the head of a guy who's 21 and 8.
No.
After you just kill him in a pistol v pistol duel. He's not worried about that.
Sentinels looking at an incredibly healthy bonus round coming up.
I don't mean to be rude, but Celsius has almost as many kills on his teammates as he does on the other team. he just got a 4K on C9.
It's absurd. I don't
think we've ever seen that before.
It's quite funny though, isn't it? It's quite funny. Yeah.
And that's a stat for the ages.
All right, Sentinels, you got a lot of guns. And you're running away with this map now. Big reveal off onto the one, but no spam in sight. Jerwin Kinsert over towards that drop angle. Redux on a deep TP. They weren't anticipating that at all. It's a crazy timing to take. Vic taken out of the picture. How does the retake look now for Cloud9? High tide ready. Celsius. That's it loose now, just to the sides, but it's going to be difficult. It's just going to be partitioning it up. Taking into one direction. That nade should be good. Yeah, it's going to be pushing these players right onto the open. And that's a pick your poison situation. It's a lovely nade. 2 players immediately removed. Earns another one back up. But Jonah P looking to see if he can play off the back of all this chaos. Weaving in and out past the cove. And he's found his mark. Found his timing. Strikes true. Puts a stake through the heart of the opposition there. That is 11 rounds now for SEN.
C9 had the idea of what they wanted to do on the retake. They throw down the harbor wall. They get into position. Slowly work their way through the site. But the smokes on the site just allowed Jonah P the perfect angle to play around. And a 3K from this spot.
Yo, Cortez, what time is it? What time is it?
Timeout.
Yeah.
3 timeouts apparently. Don't think it works like that.
If he could, he would.
Yeah.
It's the final timeout being used here by C9.
At this point, it's pure desperation on Summit. The gambit of picking into the newest map in a pool. I like the idea of it, the concept being that listen, if your scrims have been going this poorly, then we'll go on to a new map where the playbook isn't quite as fleshed out.
I think it makes a lot of sense. I think also C9's ideas have not been that much worse than SEN's. Yeah. I'm not saying they've been lighting the world on fire either, but a lot of the rounds have come down to they can't remove a single player from a spot.
Yeah.
You know, in that round, it was Jonah P. In the round where Joen aces, it's very clearly Joen's individualism that carries SEN across the line. Cortezia has also just been a nightmare for them to deal with.
It's dominating.
Fairly solo in a lot of spots. He won a retake on his own, just mowing them down with the Odin.
It's half armor across the board. Outlaw might thrive in Cortezia's hands. We'll see.
I think Marv is going to be wanting to pick up this ult orb over towards B main.
Yeah, it's a lot of big ults that potentially coming online soon.
Got to be worried about traps though. This map, with its congested extremities, very strong trap plays for the defenders.
It's very claustrophobic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tap.
Marv is worried.
Yeah. He's got the cove that he can activate there. He was waiting, he was baiting it out. Trying to see if the spam was online there, so he does get his ult in the process.
I have the spike.
Slow around here, my son.
And Vic actually goes for the rotate here, thinking, right, well, we know that they just got Harbor ult in B main. If they were going to go B, they probably would have taken an earlier timing. But that read is wrong. And it leaves Fireball Ops, the new player for Cloud9, home alone.
He's got a potential trip to play off of.
There.
Cuts it up onto the one side of the boxes, but might be swiftly overwhelmed. Camera catching contact. Now with that util flying forwards, Jack attempting to peel this one out, but there's a trip forwards, now dominating inside that cage. Fireball Ops at least takes the one out, now bides his time, waiting for it, Cortezia. Oh my! Sidearm peeled and pulled all the way out. It's Zeltis' head that just rolls straight off. 3v3 still, and Sentinel's not giving up any semblance of ground. Fighting tooth and nail for this one, and slipping his way through the cracks, that's Redux.
I love these insert positions over towards Trophy. So difficult to deal with. Jack doesn't even want to go for it. You're 11-4 down. How many more opportunities are you even going to get?
Doesn't seem likely, does it?
The chance of winning 8 rounds in a row are surely less than the chance of you winning this 1v3. But he's going to take the percentage play in his head and back it up. C9 are really struggling here. Sentinel's allowed to do whatever they like, and they don't seem particularly to be bothered by the fact that they don't have their IGL in the server right now. No shade to John, but it's been working today so far.
I mean, the individuals are popping, that's for sure, but I think Sen have had some great ideas too.
Well, this one was very simple. You just go B, you grab the Harbor ultimate, wait a little bit to see if there's a reaction, and then hit the site with it. But they were thinking, I mean, this is shocking. You can't be letting him pull out his Sheriff and then still get the kill. There has to be more confidence.
5-second animation as he takes the Sheriff out.
I know. He's twirling it around.
I know. Still, he's got a hot hand right now. And Cloud9 are feeling it.
Could be a fight here of the ult orb.
Definitely could. One way's going to be dissipating a bit of this aggression, but a DTP of Redux, yeah. It's going to be gearing up now. Takes all that ground forwards. It's got an ult online, potentially.
I mean, pick this up more than anything just to deny it away from the defenders.
It's a nice map as well to get some deep Omen TPs in. So a bit of chaos.
For sure.
As we were mentioning, it is claustrophobic.
It's really tough as the defenders to go and re-clear over towards A right now. You'll see you'll see Jack try to do it with a Prowler, but there's just so many spots where that Prowler could have been dodged. C9 are never really confident that this A repop isn't coming through.
No. We'll see, they do have a stack of bodies over towards A, but...
Yeah, they're going to go for the B fake.
Yeah, it's Sentinel's trying to fake with the B pressure, at least deep smokes overlapped. See if this gets sold to Cloud9. Double dash from Joe, and they're going to be sending him all the way in. It does have the Refractor peel back anyway. Deep Omen TP into Cave. This is layers on layers towards this one.
It's a masterclass from the Marv IGL.
Yeah, he's just worked him. Cloud9 trying to play this one full-on retake. What is his position? Underneath the doorway, does not matter. Still guarding just to buy them critical seconds and push Cloud9 all the way back.
The Vice ults have been so good for positioning.
Yeah, but now looking to see if they can play this retake again. Just trying to stutter step peel out and play out their way forwards. It's Redux out from behind. He's got that rifle in hand. He's layering them down with lead and bullets. Enough time to get the reloads off. Smokes on smokes maybe to save the day, but for Cloud9 it feels like death sentence potentially being called out here. The toll just ringing out, and at this point, surely it's curtains. Vic, not long for the world there. 13-4 is the finish for Summit. Unreal stuff from Sentinels, doing it for John QT. There's still more maps left to play. Let's get back to it then. We're seeing Cloud9 settle into the seats here. They're looking to see if they can turn the tide and potentially earn themselves a map win. They did get theirs stolen away, Summit, and it was a dominant fashion by Sentinels. Honestly, the entire team really stepping up for that one, but some individuals you can name.
Yeah, and I think I agree with Imi's analysis of what was going on. They were in control of that map up until Jerwin, the guy on your screen right there, stole it away from them. A ridiculous 1v4 that seemed to power up Sentinels to make individual plays in lots of spots. John P hit a sick 3K in an anchor position as well. And it feels like the energy is very different on different sides of the stage.
Yeah.
Sen feel like they're playing with house money, and C9 are frozen up a little.
That's exactly right. I mean, the Sentinel squad, the pressure is largely going to be off of them, right? Because expectations, your IGL's out.
Yeah.
What are the expectations of this squad, right?
Well,
and you got to think that they're playing, okay, well, have a bit of fun. It's a different stage, too, in terms of the what there is to play for, I suppose. Like a lot of teams, you're used to stage 2 just being a final sprint towards getting to champs and trying to make it into a playoff spot. Different format, though. It doesn't matter really how well you do in a group. You will make it into play-ins at least, even if you finish all the way at the bottom.
I mean, I'll tell you what, Sentinels do not necessarily want to be in play-ins, though.
No.
Because that would mean potentially having a matchup against Caillou, their former IGL.
Okay.
Against Kaplan, the coach.
I mean,
with M80 qualifying.
I mean,
I've got to be honest, I'm rooting for Sentinels going to play-ins.
That would be...
Does it make me a hater?
That would be one hell of a matchup.
It would be...
That's all I'm saying.
It would be cinema. It would be John QT approved cinema to see them play against M80. But that would only be if they don't make top 2 in their group. And it is feasible for Sen to make top 2 in their group. A win today, though, without John QT would be massive for their chances of that, because I think if they lose to C9, their chances of making top 2 when they have teams like 100 Thieves, G2, Crew, that's really tough.
That's where we were disagreeing, to be honest, as well.
Yeah, you're lower on those things.
I think the group is actually quite open, to be honest. Yeah, but listen, I've been wrong in the past many times. So
we really don't know what the form of lots of these teams is going to be heading into stage 2.
Yeah.
In theory, there's a little bit of a meta shift.
We're in the training range, are we? Okay.
Oxy just making sure he's feeling as sharp as possible for Haven.
No, don't worry. You don't have a map to be playing. Or it's fine. Take your time. Take your time.
For Sentinels too, if we zoom out a little bit about this squad, Rob Moore, when they made those roster changes to get rid of Kaplan and Caillou, who I was saying we're going to be meeting again in play-ins, Rob Moore said the primary goal with the roster change was to make champs for this year, or at minimum, judge them by their ability to make Masters 1 in 2027. Now, I know that is a little bit far out for us to be talking about, but certainly this is the road towards champions. And that would mean that they have to make grand finals in Americas. That is quite a task.
It's a big ask, isn't it?
And so both of these teams, it's about leveling up over the course of the coming, what, 6 or 7 weeks?
Yeah,
just to be able to get to that point.
Yeah, it's not so much in terms of like the pressure of every match must win, but you have to be getting into the best form possible by the time you end up in either play-ins or playoffs, right? If you're lucky for it. So it is a different vibe, I guess, because the pressure is a little bit less. But to be honest, I wouldn't really want to be playing at the bottom of the pack when it comes to the play-ins either. There's a lot of tier 2 teams that are going to be clamoring for an opportunity to upset against the partnership teams, punch above their weight.
Yeah, and a lot of former tier 2 players in these teams who are going to be feeling like they're fending off other people looking for their spot in tier 1 level teams as we head into 2027.
We are getting into the game, aren't we? Seeing the agents locked in across the board for Haven here.
Some interesting stuff as well that we'll get to witness as Agent Select comes up. Look at these comps. We've got Waylay Phoenix coming out for Cloud9. And then on the other side of things, a Jet Waylay comp. Like Foot were running, for example, over in London.
Yeah.
And then Cortezia on the Chamber, who's got a hot hand currently. Cool comps.
It is a big switch up, to be honest. There's a big shift as well in terms of patch 13 out. Sentinel buffs across the board, initiators as well, getting a bit of their power back. So starting to see potentially the game opened up a little bit more in terms of what is viable to run.
Not that we're particularly seeing double initiator comps returning
No.
anytime soon, but we did actually see an incredible clutch earlier on, powered by the initiator changes.
Right.
Recon coming back just in time to be able to win a clutch out. So those timers going from the 60-second timer down to 50 doesn't matter.
Really scraping the bottom of a barrel of discussion points, aren't we? Anyway, let's get into Haven. There's about 5 seconds remaining until we're finally in the action. The emphasis being placed onto Cloud9. Can they batter back and find a way in to take it all the way to Lotus? That's the question here. Sentinels, though, not messing around, are they? Shot down into the corner. Double dash into the Cloudburst too, so getting all the space in the world here. Fully given up and conceded.
Zelsis is not going to want a piece of this. He's got the cam for the retake. Rest of the team closing down the gap towards Jonah P. Oh, they're actually starting to pull away now. Didn't want to go for the flank retake.
Yeah, they were thinking about it, maybe. It was pinged down by Jonah P. I think he heard a couple of footsteps. We'll see now. Rest of the pack now rejoining up towards the usual positions, but how do you deal with this one? It's set up here by Sentinels. Nice little wall is going to be cutting this up and away. Cuts out the angles nicely. Still Redux. Yep. ISO'd and sitting just tight to the corner there. Okay, Cortez. Yeah, okay, he's going to make a go for it. Gets the 1 kill. Kills back with that one, but it's going to come down to that random spam smoke. Dissipating is half earned onto the defuse already. Surely, potentially with the wing cons, but the kills need to go to Cloud9's way. And the shots ringing out and going way too wide. It's Sentinels with another pistol round under their belt.
Another post-plant position played well by Sen. C9 struggling to land those kills, struggling to draw people out into the open. And Jack again, a sitting duck, trying to get the defuse stuck for the team. Redux, this is one of the maps where we're going to be able to see him play that duelist, get out on Jet. I'm excited to see what he's capable of. I think building this team around him and putting him into great positions could be massive for Sen. He's got so much skill, but they move around his role a ton.
It's a lot asked of him.
Can he be a Neon-esque player for Sentinels? I think that's my question throughout stage 2.
Does take something special here. Sentinels can see they've slowed it all the way down, anticipating some level of aggression.
Instead, it's a quad high-low stack from C9.
Devious. It's just devious. Bit of spamming away, just in case it was a trip. Lay it down. We're seeing how this one gets played out. Guns are being swapped around, exchanged all the way around here. Eventually the Bulldog making its way back into the hands of Redux. That's going to clear most of this. Sen navigate nicely.
It's a completely open B side. How do the post plants look?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of a teaser. Things to come here. Because Cloud9, they don't look like they have any intention of playing into this.
No, they're not even going to attempt it.
What was this, setting up another little high-low? Yep.
Yeah. And just looking to die to spike as well.
Yeah. Just playing for min-max, deny, send a chance to generate some of these ults. They might want to go hunting, though.
Possibly.
Potentially, but they do have gearing up, I think, for a pretty good bonus. So.
Yeah. I mean, Jonah might go and look for something. He's almost halfway up to the Hunter's Fury, but he's decided to go in the wrong direction here, so.
Well, yeah, it's unlikely.
Oh, he might catch Jack.
Footsteps. Oh, there it is. 1 kill for the Troubles.
Lovely. Big stuff.
Yeah.
So Sen able to get another little old point out of that, but C9 are playing this game heavily to deny any opportunity for snowballing to happen. Same thing that they did on Summit, just allowing the pressure to crush them of the door, I mean.
Not true, yeah. Cloud9. A team that have been having their struggles recently. I mean, we mentioned it earlier, but it was their manager who was talking about it. Chopping and changing. Obviously, they were the center of a lot of discussions about what the hell they were doing with their roster. Bringing Vic back into the fold, but now we're going to see some, again, testing over towards the C site. Peeling back the way. Zelsis just looking to play this one fully onto the retake.
Zelsis had help there, ready, but he still chose to drop off this time.
Might choose to take it rapidly now, though. Here it is. Dashing up overhead. Oxy straight there. Zelsis off to the side. His players are caught, corralled now. Sentinels picked to pieces here. They need a bit of a bailout, and Jonah P now, position going to be noted there. The C's connecting. It's nice by Cloud9.
Okay.
Patience in the right places.
Absolutely clean. I had a little frown on my face there because I thought Zelsis, if he had hard anchored, would have played his team in a little better. But actually, the 5-player flood, basically, that they went for, the pre-take, just running out through the smoke. Zelsis hits a pre-fire on the Redux, wins a 1v1 against Cortazir, and actually plays the rest of his team in beautifully.
Let's go! Come on!
Not fast enough to take backside control there. So C9 fend off the bonus. But I think SEN is starting to get the read at this point that it is only Zelsis here early doors. They can push him off, bully him away pretty early on.
We've been doing these execs all day long so far. Now we're going to see it once more. There's danger here on either side. Somehow Marv is going to be grappling most of this. Gets 2 kills, peels back, but he needs a double TP. He's the one with a spike. He's got to survive here. He's got to peel all the way back. What was intended to be a fake potentially over towards C is now turned into the real deal.
Yeah, well, Marv and Zelsis are both lucky to still have their lives in the midst of this 3v3.
Yeah, it's a paranoia just to give them the space to be able to cross and get potentially this plant down. They call for it.
They got a plan for backside.
Adjustments made.
Redux and Jerwin looking to get active.
Touching up here. Ult earns up. Gets a bit of information. Garage control is going to be lost out here. Tapping away from the rifles. Lee's going down. Jerwin sidesteps now. Peels all the way back towards the site. Playing this one shoulder to shoulder, but Marv is taking liberties. It's 11 HP. It's already fast off onto the flank. Fireball ops now with that wall. Cuts its way through and across. Slight tap. Waiting for the insurance policy. There it is, Marv. Seals it all up.
What an outrageous round from Marv.
No fear when he's going for that flank all the way through Garage.
And who is calling these elaborate fake rounds from SEN on the attack side? Look at this. Oxy walks up, gets a free 2K, and yet Marv cleans things up, outplaying Vic. The mechanics are absolutely still there from Marv. And then has the presence of mind to be able to get away. It really is a beautiful round from him. 5-1.
It's been cracking. The form is looking nice. Skipped a beat. Seen a lot of emphasis being placed over towards that lobby control.
Whoa, that's a seize into a molly.
Yep, Redux burnt to a crisp and then just spotting the barest of angles. Tiniest of margins really to work with here. Vic unaccounted for up onto that corner to Paranoia. Enough to potentially bail him out here. Sentinels struggling for anything at all. Deep TP. Evacuation by Vic.
Gonna fall back here.
Sentinels that are in a struggling situation here.
These are the kind of rounds though that C9 cannot afford to lose. It was the 4v1 Amy was talking about. Well, this one's a 4v2.
They've given over access towards a spike. Is potential there. Handing over a 1v1. It's all handled though in time. Cloud9 only trailing by the 1 round now. Looking like not letting that previous map affect them too much.
Oh, those are the kind of rounds that you need underneath you. You need the foundation of just being able to convert your advantage situations. Look at this. Redux, I think for a moment there thought that he was going to be able to get away with that. Cute set play from Cloud9. Comes away with A lobby control, dominant player advantage, and C9 pick up the second round. They also break the economy of Sentinels.
They're not working with much, are they?
There it is again.
Never play over towards that A lobby control. It's one of the things that the Fade gives you. Got to respect that with the C's.
Yeah, the Fade is really good on this map. Jack's just going to be jiggling, looking for info. Picking up the Odin.
A lot of noise being made here by Sentinels. Not worried about taking risks here when they have the weaker money.
Paranoia being held.
Hard. Cam does need to be broken. That Paranoia does swoop forwards, like you were saying. Held for the moment. Potential timings though to be taken. Trip taken out.
C9 looking like they've got more ideas here than they did on their map pick, actually.
Deep space by Oxy. This is the operator against an eco. There's danger here. Jack though, just looking to see if he can jiggle. Catch the contact and he sees those signs of life. The Prowler's going to give him the additional confirmation he needs. The question is, does he want to try and play onto the site anchoring? He's asking for a bit of backup. Fireball ops right there to flash through and over towards the side, but that saturate is pretty picture perfect. Zelsis just trying to work his way all the way in. A bit of spam and spraying him down. Better weaponry will win the day, at least it looks like for now. Marv, not long for it. Cortazir can't quite nail those shots with a headhunter. 3-3.
Sentinels are going to be able to get their money back online here, though. Rifles available for the attackers, and this is where C9 have got to hold on. Because it's all well and good being able to clean up rounds like this. The test is just going to get a little more difficult now. And this is why there's going to be attack timeout here as well, because this next round coming up, super critical for both sides. For C9, it's about establishing control over the game. For Sentinels, it's about stopping a snowball from happening for the defenders, because this is a round again where they would be fully bought up.
Yeah. Tough tidings, really. I mean, immediately noticing Cloud9 lobby control early on, paying off for them. Sentinels, they don't have the luxury of having a Cypher. Normally you can lay down at least a cage, did it a little bit later, feign like you've already crossed up.
No, normally it's going to be the anytime you see a chamber composition on this map, it's the chamber looking to control the line with their gun, rather than threaten like you could be lurking down there with smokes. Sentinels, I would expect to go back to what was working for them early on, which was going towards C, pushing the anchor away, because C9 are really happy to play C retake. You can see with their defensive setup here, it's only Oxy. Fireball ups could come pretty quickly with a Phoenix ultimate.
And run it back in the back pocket here. Second guessing what a setup might be.
But I think even if you just go towards C,
he's pre-aiming for the dart
to pick up Join's ult.
Yeah.
So much of this is going to be on Oxy and how he plays this.
Trying to make sure that they can take care of any util that flies forwards. He's got that refract onto the corner, walks up steadily now, sees it with the signs of life, pulls all the way back. It's a lovely shot. Gets extra information. Dart does need to be dealt with here, but that's going to be double dashing forwards. There it is, Shorty in his hands. Oxy puts on a statement over towards the C site. Shuts it down, locks it down.
It's a brilliant round from Oxy.
It's a good read as well out of the timeout.
It really is. The little play early on, getting deep down C. And we've seen in previous rounds as well that even if he didn't take contact there, he was really happy to get on a very deep angle. We saw that on the anti-eco where he got posted all the way down the bottom of C. Another situation though, Bren, where C9 can't afford to lose this one, right? They're in a 5v3, playing A for retake. They have to convert spots like this.
And does invite moments of error, potentially, if they give up the entirety of the side, which they are. This one, the full retake. Aggro as anything with a TP. Util still needs to be dealt with, but you're not seeing any sound cues or any pressure being made off the back of somebody Util being triggered. You've got to realize nobody's home, and yeah, you should be worried about it because Cortesia, he's still home, still locking it down. Celsius is good with a trade. Important. That was essential. No longer have to worry about that one. Straight up through to be... God, now we're seeing that neural theft. Reveals a positioning now and run it back. Just for that extra element. Layers it up onto this retake. Ensures that nothing goes amiss.
It's a round on the board for Cloud9. But I'm not sure Fireball Ops will feel great about the fact that he had to use his Phoenix ult there just to feel safe. That Phoenix ult is so good for being able to do stuff like flood defend over towards C, put pressure on the B plant. At the end of the day, they get the round on the board, and it's an important one because Sen's economy is now not going to be that great. Yeah. Amazing round from Oxy as well. He anticipated every piece of pressure coming into it.
One enemy remaining.
So when all's said and done, C9 will be happy about it. And Ewok is annoyed at how that's gone down. Don't know whether that was a reaction to the beginning of the round, actually.
And the money's going a bit weird here for Sentinels. He does have the ult though. Pops that one off, and we're already seeing this. A rapid takeover. Conversion pass onto the one side. Trip needs to be dealt with though, and that's still going to be locking up the main choke point. TPs and updrafts all the way over it. Zeltz is not going to have the luxury of playing off the back of it. Here's the scurry and scuttling of the footsteps. He knows now the plan going down onto C. He tries to take that timing straight past the smoke. That is brazen as anything. Punished for it.
You've got two big ults for retake. And he just tries to take a timing like that. Fireball Ops is going to have to win the fight on the flank, I think.
Still going for it out. Nightfall conversion pass to cover all the extremities of this one here. Forwards is the play. Redux with that Blade Storm in hands. Looking to lock this one all the way out and abounds. It's Oxy instant with the trade. Along with that Op, and it's Fireball Ops just trying to cause chaos and carnage off to the side, but they're giving it up. They're caught for it. Oxy not in a position to see if he can play off of it, not with the operator in his hands.
The flank was so quiet, so sneaky for so long. And then Fireball Ops gave away where he was playing, and now these kills They're immaterial. They don't do anything to the outcome of the round. C9 have already given up control. C is such a weakness for them. If Oxy isn't there working magic, C9 don't particularly have answers. There was that one round where they managed to get back in altogether. But it looks like an area that SEN could just hammer over and over. And that's a critical round win for Sentinels.
There's a ton of ults being used by C9.
Yeah. But they use the Blade Storm, they use the Tour de Force just to mitigate their economical problems.
Now back up to even level. Or the 4. Bit of parity as well with the weaponry. We're seeing that Horn going to be broken. Cloudburst as well to feign across. Let's listen in to see what SEN have got.
Take garage window, take garage window.
Break
it. Go garage window.
Fuck, I think they're in already. I can't go. Focus one. I'm gonna paranoia backside. Ready? Yeah, waiting. Tell me when.
I'll hold log, okay?
Ready.
Ready now. Could be black, guys.
One backside for sure.
Blinding me back.
Can you wait the smoke? Just chill. We have up.
I'm gonna drone.
We're slowing it down.
One flat tagged him.
Flat backside. I'm playing back.
Logs.
Spike down.
146.
146. All good.
It is Cloud9. Seemed to sealed up the gaps over towards the C side, but it did have a very strong beginning and opening to the round.
Yeah, the 2K early on is everything for them.
Kind of spelled it out.
You've lost both your duelists instantly.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a lot easier to defend the C side when SEN are playing a double duelist comp and they've both hit the dirt insta. C9 though look like they have that belief that they can win rounds like that.
That's good, honestly, off the back of what Imi was saying.
Yeah, it didn't look like that on Summit. Here's Oxy back in this position.
There it is, another refract off to the corner. He's just spotted it, signs of life. Poking out to the side. Was he there? The refract gives him that window opportunity!
What a shot!
It's Oxy to one punish though. He's handed over a potential gun to be reclaimed. Redux all the way up now, dashing into the Cloudburst, trying to play this one off the back of the timings, and Joe straight there with the punish all the way into the back of the site. This is slapdash really from Cloud9. Held together with just duct tape and spit, and it's not really being put together well enough.
They donated a gun with that play from Fireball Ops too. Just handed it over to Sentinels. But I don't really see a way back in for Celsius and Vic here. Especially with the position of Marved. He's just got a backstab that should lock this one up.
He's playing with no fear. Like you said, should be the player to really lock this one up. If they hand over a couple of individual kills, maybe, potentially, but Celsius chipped down, barely alive at all. We'll just have to scurry away, tail between his legs.
Mostly for C9, this has been a good map. But they completely lost control of what they were up to here. Again, C being a weakness for them. Oxy got outplayed and suddenly everything crumbled behind him.
Thrifty.
Celsius not going to be keeping that gun into the next.
3 HP, the regen armor isn't going to do much for you there.
Yeah.
And SEN tie it back up at 5-5. It's genuinely impressive how well they're playing without John in the roster.
I think it speaks volumes, I think, for the work that they were putting in. They're already looking quite good towards the end of stage 1. Putting it all together. You can tell they haven't been taking the time off lightly. Putting it to good work.
Ewok had a lot on his plate, didn't he? He had to prove that he could turn this ship around.
Cloudburst is nice, at least, to feign like you've crossed up into A. It puts a lot of pressure onto Jack. He's going to have to clear that with the Prowler. But already he's going to be feeling not too confident, I think, about this. There is a possibility that somebody took a timing.
It's a hard read in this round. The Sentinels are going to go over towards B. 3 players committed to this. Playing A full for retake. Trying to use that conditioning from earlier on that they were going to throw C's mollies into A lobby.
And pack mentality here by Cloud9.
The timing is good, though. It's going to let them get onto the flank retake. They at least need to break this trip, though, if they want to go back.
No, Plant's going to go down. There's no pushback. We'll see how this one goes. Settling into the post-plant positions.
Oh, trip broken with the Phoenix wall of all things.
Yeah. It's going to be causing a bit of concern, I think. Marv, he's worried about it, potentially. But now we're going to see it. Util sailing up and overhead. That's going to be the C's. Molly on top of it. Cloud9 It's long-range artillery that they are just lobbing into the fray. The A site being dissected in the process. Flick of the wrist will not matter. Does not come up with the goods that they were looking for there. All Cloud9 here and now.
Well, that's a lovely round from C9. Beautifully put together.
It was methodical.
They had a B trap, deliberately played A for retake. Threatened like they could have been flanking there as well. 5-all-ups hitting that blaze wall. Onto the trip, and look at the way that the Waylay clears Redux's position too.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, if they could put more rounds together like this, they'd look very competent on the defense, C9. It's just been inconsistent. Sometimes they look very good, sometimes it all goes to pot.
Now a slight lead just by the one round, Cloud9. Let's see if they can take it all the way here. Jack's alternating it up ever so slightly, but he is still just one play over towards the A side. It looks like the read is online here by SEN, but calling for reinforcements. Jack looking to see if he can hold this one all the way back, but he needs help. And he needs it now. The Horns, good with the connection. Odin span up and away, and there it is. Cloud9 flooding in. The reinforcements arriving, and quick up onto the flank is Zelsis. Trying that trip, though, he's going to have to get all the way back and out and
Needs
away.
to play his life.
He does indeed. Doing it nicely. He's got the cam as well to give him a bit of respite, and we're going to see how he plays this one. Of course, with the TP, Vic is going to be helping him out, and now a bit of a pseudo crossfire setup, but no one playing off the back of this one still. What are you tilting the tags? The darts being pulled out of them. That's when Cloud9 will strike.
What a good round of finish as well. Using that conditioning of round 11, where they played A for full retake, this time they decide to flood. The call was made 5 seconds before the site hit even came through. Don't worry, Jack, stay on site. The cavalry's coming.
Paid off massively.
Come on! Let's go, boys! Let's go, boys!
That's an injection of energy that was sorely needed here by Cloud9. It's a 2-round lead for now, but they are in control of Haven.
Whenever I use Zowie models, I would say I just feel my element. Demon 1 is good! Without Nyack, the biggest difference was the ghosting. It was a immediate change. If you see something and it's not actually there, you're gonna miss your shot. Black Equalizer and Vibrance, I can react quicker to it, I can shoot better at it.
This guy is just spectacular!
And that way I can always trust him, that I can just focus on competing. My performance will always be at the top level.
Zowie.
Yeah, we taking it straight to the moon. These diamonds just lit up the room. I go celebrate with my dogs. We handing out sweets like a broom. Hey, up, taking off. 247 not taking off. VDS stones ain't breaking off. All I know is win, I don't take a loss. Yo, taking off. GT3, I'm taking off.
I know that you guys always see the player walkouts, but you don't know where they're walking out from. This is a little bit of the behind the scenes. I just wanted to give you a little tour. So the lights honestly look pretty cool here, but on top of that, you just have some lockers on this side where the players will leave some of their stuff like mouse pads, mouse, and whatever they need for the games. They keep them here, so they always have maybe 2, 3 of the same mouse that they use when they're practicing at home, and then also the things that they have here. And then on the other side, usually all the way in the back, I don't know if you can see, they have some Red Bulls, some food, some little snacks, the classic bananas that we always see, and a little monitor here just in case you want to see what's going on stage.
I'll chew on the cables, but as we get into it now, 2-round lead here for Cloud9. Make sure to lock in yourselves as well with ExpressVPN, #1 VPN. You can scan that QR code on your screen as well to check that one out here. But for Cloud9, they have a narrow margin in terms of the lead they have on this map of Haven. The potential, it's in their hands to see if they can take it all the way to Lotus, a map 3.
They've looked like they have a lot more belief in this map, C9, which is a little bit strange because it is Sen's map pick, but Zelsis has come online. 11-4. The team captain for C9, the more experienced player, the guy who was anchoring in a lot of these spots and was giving up space, but then trying to come back in at the right times, trying to coordinate with the rest of the squad.
Sentinels, they've been dominant on the pistol rounds. We'll see how this one gets off to a great start. Still Redux! Dismissing them with a wave of a hand, a few stray shots, and he's already doing even more damage. Putting a fear of God into the back of the Cloud9 players' heads.
Both of these duelists are going to be looking to take aggro angles, Redux and Joen. Cortesia too. C9 are going to be chasing shadows, working around these slow defaults.
Chipping down these Cloud9 players. Sheriff's doing all the damage now. Vic, no fear there. Straight into the B site, straight there with a plant. Moves forwards now. What is the next stage of this one? Util held down as that smoke dissipates here. The paranoia is good for the connection. Smoke to see if they can cut out even more space and hold this one away, but Celsius caught unaware. Crosshair placement, not quite ready for it. Deep dart now in a double face. This is all Sentinels once more. They are just not losing pistol rounds.
It's a big one for them to be able to take. Really nice shots coming through from Redux at the beginning of the round. Delight to see him out there on the duelist. Should be a good composition in terms of playing retakes as well.
It's a lot of damage.
It is. The Sheriff buys are just so powerful on pistol rounds.
It's one of the highest win rates, at least it was.
Nice!
Has been for a couple of years, actually.
At the end of London, right, for pistol rounds?
Yeah, ever since Gen G started doing it a lot in 2024. Ton of value. Double body shot. And the headshot, obviously, but a double body shot kill is massive in rounds like this. Full eco for C9. They've been trying to deny ult points as much as possible in rounds like this.
They're going to run it down here, though. That Marshall, it's going to be getting to work, isn't it? Horn needs to be dealt with, and he's right there, Joey by his side. Rattling away with the shots on the Sheriff. This is swiftly being overwhelmed. Chomped to bits, really, with the classics in hand, but the cutting up, crossing up. Marv to mid-ball up. He's really getting that done. Okay, that's all SEN.
3 players survive at the end of that one. 2 Bulldogs and a Guardian kept in. Let's see what ideas they have. Who's even coming up and cooking up these ideas in the middle of the round like this?
I don't know.
I got to assume it's somebody like Jonah P. Maybe it is Marv coming back in.
It's usually a team effort.
Yeah.
I think it's...
to carry the burden with John out.
Yeah, and even just in general, I think a lot of teams, they put a lot of responsibility on the IGL shoulders, but it's a lot of calling that goes on across pretty much every team.
I know Jonah was extremely vocal when he was playing with G2.
Oh yeah, with the listenings, you could tell.
Yeah.
Even with SEN. They do have some potency with this one. Jerwin can essentially lock down the entirety of Garage by himself with that judge.
Oh, the Prowler missed it.
Hold on, Redux is all
What's
the way
going
up
on
there.
here?
This is what's going on? Timings on timings, straight past it. Redux punishes, and now with that judge, yep, that's where it thrives. Plenty of damage done.
Oh, it's a tragedy in this round for C9.
Fall of the pieces. Bonus round ideas, they're working out fully.
SEN took risks in a couple of different areas around the map, and every single one of them paid off perfectly. Jack's slinking back into spawn here with 14 HP.
Yeah.
I mean, this would be a long time to save if that's what they've got on their mind.
That looks like the play.
There's still a minute.
Doesn't look like they have any intention of moving forwards.
Well, SEN are going to be hunting for them at some point, though.
Yeah, they have so much money in the bank. They don't care about throwing away a couple of these guns.
No, absolutely. You tick down about 30 seconds, and then the hordes are going to be coming after Vic and Jack.
Dart broken.
Already giving away the positioning of one of them.
30
yeah,
seconds
and look
left.
at this. Cortesia slowly creeping up onto the angles. Going hunting. Let's see if he can sniff out the opposition.
It's only Oxy that has any money in the bank.
Try and keep a hold of these guns. Cortesia knows there's a second player around, but doesn't need to worry about Vic's position just now because the net is being cast out. These players are being pushed into a corner. Cloud9 desperate now to hold on to these guns. Being assailed from multiple directions. Now the Vic, and he's getting it all done. Not quite. Brought down and toppled. Jack lucky here. Tries that rifle into the next.
Trying to blend into the landscape.
Yeah.
If he could, he'd be painting himself in leaf patterns.
Yes.
C9 get to keep one gun. And Jack has no money because he saved. And he had no armor because he was down on 14 HP. Jerwin didn't get spotted by a Prowler in Garage. Gets mad value out of the judge.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Celsius goes walking forwards. and doesn't anticipate the fact that Redux has just walked up A long. It's a disaster of a round for Cloud9. After they were up 7-5 at the half and looked like they had that fire in them to be able to take it home. A double pistol and now a bonus from SEN. That's got to send the confidence spiraling.
Yeah. I feel like they were taking a page out of Lev's book as well with some of these setups. Not that it was Lev who pioneered holding a judge in garage, but I do, listen, I think about it.
Yeah, King loves holding aggro like
Spike
that.
does it. They do love to really, really over-index into the judge as much as they can. Get away with it for the bonus rounds and whatnot. And yeah, the trend continues here. SEN, like you said, I mean, winning the bonus, winning every single pistol so far in the series too.
I think you've got to be really cautious as Cloud9, based on the fact that you're playing into a double duelist comp. This comp will sometimes want to play a bit of a retake on A, but if they try something at the beginning of the round, you've got to be ready for Joen or Redux going, peeking out garage or walking down A long, doing something with the abilities that they have, that dash, that refract.
Exactly right, they can take risks at the right moments.
Man, the buy is just horrible for Cloud9.
The rifle has been offloaded at least. Fireball Ops, he's one away from the ult.
He has been hidden in this map.
Looking for it now. This deep smoke's going to be played into the... See it? Just a no-scope shot goes wide here. Joen potentially there to be able to peel this one out. The refract all the way back. Joen is taking out Fireball Ops. That was the rifle player, but maybe it can be exchanged of hands. Refract back once more. And look at this, peeling all the way through and around. The anger smoke. Like shooting fish in a barrel. Redux just asserting himself, announcing himself to the conversation. There's not really any hope at all here for Zelsis. I said that before with Joen when he aced, but this one I do believe.
If Zelsis gets one taps with a stinger, we truly are living in a different world.
I'm saying I might just need to quit.
No, this one is truly unwinnable in this spot. And C9 desperately tried to hold on to a couple of rifles in the previous, and now, I mean, it didn't particularly help them. Fireball Ops got dropped instantly.
Yeah, immediately. We're seeing
30 seconds left.
One hell of a setup here. Zelsis. Not going to want to save the stinger, are you?
Here. No. Trying to do any chip damage to the economy that he can, but Sense is out of control at this point.
And they also know he's there, I'm pretty sure.
They've also got Waylay Ultimate for the next round. They could play a trap play with it. They could play retake with it. There's tons of stuff that they could do. Sen are firmly in control of this series now.
Yeah. Okay.
And Zelsis, who was 11-4 to end the half, who said coming into this match that Sen was the team he wanted to beat most in America's Stage 2. It's got to be a sad feeling watching it slip away from you.
Not over just yet, but certainly in control. Neon-esque. Cortezia. We'll see how Cloud9 do. They've got a couple of guns in their hands now. 5 rifles. Bit of Odin spammer to the corner though. That's not going to be able to get the punish off onto Oxy. The double dash forwards is being disrespected here. Deep drone almost used immediately. Convergent pass off from the side. This is a play with multiple avenues and layers being piled on it still. It's Cloud9 that dissipate it nicely.
That's such a sick idea though. Love the use of that ultimate from Joen.
That was from behind.
Yeah, what an angle. The push down mid. There's a couple of little gaps there and Cloud9 did get away from it, but I respect the play.
That was good as well. Just get that connection onto Joen. It's what they were looking for. Oxy looking to clean up at this point. Second Prowler to set him up. It's nice movement from Joen, but Zelsis right there anyway. Instant with the trade. And Vic, pinpoint accuracy locked onto the angle. Cloud9 not looking to go out just yet.
Jonapi is ahead of this one though. They won't expect him to be here.
Smoked out, it's cause for concern. And how the hell do you slip past this one? Zelsis again. Locked onto the right line.
Great recovery in this round from Cloud9. It's a unique, interesting idea from Sen. Push down mid with the Waylay ult to trap them all over towards A long. It's cute. It almost worked. But C9 got a couple of players that just managed to dodge this one.
Bunkered down, didn't they? Vic.
It's this position from Vic. Did actually get caught, but still was able to grab the kill. Unexpected, uncleared.
Good here.
Fireball Lob's got to save the ultimate.
Oh, this is rapid again off the rip team dash all the way through. Paranoia on top of it, blinded up, and that cuts it up entirely. Jerwin just slicing and dicing through the opposition. Marved, eager to help out and get involved in the action.
Retrieve the spike. Tripwire destroyed.
Zelsis, tough task ahead of him, a 1v3. Has the spike. Free reign over towards the B site, but he's going to try and ISO these kills, and he's up against a tall order. Cortesia. Just barely not on the line. Hold
he caught the
timing.
That's a crazy timing that Zelsis has caught there.
Drifts past this one, and he might be able to put a bullet to the dome. It's going to come down to the timing still. Cortesia holds his nerve, and Zelsis might be wading right into it, and there it is. Good patience.
Yeah. Honestly, Cortesia will be a little confused about that.
Yeah.
Hello. How did he end up there? Zelsis just couldn't quite figure out exactly what angle. And you're right, it's the patience from Cortesia, just holding, waiting, making sure that the rest of his team is able to clear those important positions.
Fantastic adjustment of pace here from Sen.
And lots of good set ideas, actually, for how to increase tempo on the defense side.
Yeah.
We just saw them with that really cool Waylay ultimate.
Nice!
They come out with another one instantly. Fireball Ops still with that ult in hand. They haven't had
opportunity.
Yeah, they haven't had a chance to use it.
They've been getting shut out over towards the A lobby area before they even can get going.
But Zelsis has got the troops in the same position again. Same Waylay dash, down short from Oxy. This time a fake, though.
Spotted out, it has pulled a bunch of players up and over. Deep TP in a play towards it! It's Jerwin. Same angle that Oxy was on from prior.
I don't know what the idea was there.
There's a deep TP onto C. I mean, if the idea was A pressure to pull rotates.
What's the jump clear doing, though?
Yeah, not too sure. Marved. Has the util out into his hands, and he makes the call anyway. You could hear it from across the stage. Signs of life and a pressure now with a util flying forwards towards him. Prowler dealt with. All contained here by Sentinels, looking to play this one with a lot of discipline.
Redux is behind them.
And there it is. Redux strikes right where it hurts there. Unanticipated, unexpected, and now trying to just bleed out the remaining players. Cloud9, no choice but to be heads on a swivel. Oxy twisting and turning. No safe direction for him. ADS up. He's only got the Bulldog, and he's making as much as he can do with it, really. It's the best he possibly can in a spot like that. This is Sentinels, though, that are now running away with it.
C9 have only been able to take a single round in this half. Sen have come out with aggression, with set plays. Absolutely cooking them. And they've got a complete read of where they're moving around the map as well. Confusion writ across the face there. Didn't quite understand what was going on the C side. Somehow maybe expecting Vic to be able to deliver that information with the Omen ult, but he was way too far away.
It's also pretty fast, right?
Yeah.
It was I mean, not leaving much room or space at all for Sen to over-rotate, whatever the reaction was that they were hunting for.
But also, as soon as they realized in that round that the A pressure was fake, Redux is running down A long, flanking behind them, putting the pressure, putting the squeeze on the garage take. C9 are struggling to keep any control. Take a look at this as well. This is Fireball Ops tier 2 stats. Really, really strong. 0.9 kill per round is really astonishingly good. And the same thing could be said about Jack. Jack's stats, if anything, I think are actually even better than Fireball Ops in tier 2. They pulled up some monster tier 2 players, and yet they haven't been able to put it together so far. This is the first opportunity that we've seen for Fireball Ops, but you see Jack as well, 4-13. They're not taking over the game in the same way that they would have wanted from rookie tier 2 players.
For sure.
So often we see that just work at the tier 1 level.
I will give a bit of credit here to Cloud9. They've been pretty candid and transparent in terms of the issues they had. In the middle of the season, trying to rebuild around some of these players. They haven't had the best of time to put it all together.
Well, now they've got a lot of time.
Yeah.
Week in, week out, they will have plenty of matches to try to improve.
There's danger here. Oxy spots multiple signs of life here, and it has pulled a rotation to the same plays, but this is real pressure. Cloud9 actually want to opt into this one. Finally, running back going to be used!
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh my! Straight to fruition. It's Fireball Ops immediately collecting a bundle of kills. Oxy right there behind it, playing off the pressure perfectly at that. Redux Stays his hand for but a moment to dash away to dissipate. Potentially play his life, but it's still a 2v4 to work with. Cloud9.
Last player standing.
Driving seat. That's what they're playing for right now. Jonah P has to sit back in dismay. They're not out of it just yet. They have a sizable lead, but for Cloud9, not finished either.
What a difference it makes when you can actually take control of the game yourself and be the one setting the tempo.
Yeah.
It's been a few rounds in a row now where C9 have just had to defend on their attack side. This time, they get Fireball Ops in a position where he can use the Phoenix ult, and he delivers for them. 2 big kills. Put them into a great position to win the round instantly. That's what they need more of. Doesn't have to be a Phoenix ult, but it does have to be C9 setting the tempo if they want to be able to come back and fix this 2-round lead that SEN have got.
Made them end the fight. Who are we? I'll find you.
This bundle of that util. It's okay. Marv just collateral damage at the end of that one, but still space created. Oxy able to capitalize off the back of it. Much more even game though, especially considering that SEN ended up winning both pistols, bonus conversion in Haven.
It's been this half where Cloud9 have collapsed a little bit. They actually look great in the first.
See if they can hold on though. I think it's all being used to see if they can cross this one up. Phoenix wall. Cuts off that A line. Waiting for it to dissipate and go for the flash re-fight, just in case anybody is pressed all the way up.
Yeah, that's the kind of place that Redux has been loving to push up to. So it makes sense that you'd want to try to catch him in this spot.
Walking all the way up here. There's no deep push from Sentinels on the other side of the map. They are unaware of this.
If C9 can take A without using their Waylay ult, if they can recognize that SEN are playing A retake, they'll be in a really strong post-plant position.
They've committed both prowlers, hasn't seen a soul, so you think that that might be able to stay to hand, at least temporarily. Dash over the top, out through there, now we see the double dash on top of it. Oxy claiming a lot of space off the back of it. I realise that nobody's home.
Yeah, this is great. Oxy's now in a perfect position to play his ult.
Shock dart's going wide.
Should be really tough to retake this.
Convergent paths. That's what we're looking at here. Down towards Hell is going to be able to cut this one out from the choke point. See how SEN take this one now with a Paranoia. It's a Nightfall, all going to be used. Both ults on top of that to saturate. Barely dodged. Jack actually still active into the fight here, but slow to a crawl, but caught onto the lurk. Zelsis, not long for the world there. Now there's ults that go both ways, pound for pound. We're seeing it now. Sentinel seeing if they can gear all the way up, sidestepping, but it's all Fireball Ops towards the end. Slew of kills just going his way.
That's really lovely play from Cloud9 there. Recognizing the Sentinels were playing off-site, Vic got to keep the Paranoia, Oxy got to keep his ultimate, and they just layer them through. Even with Zelsis getting caught. This Waylay ult retake that Jerwin was saving just got completely countered by Vic's Paranoia in Hell. Vic and Oxy layering that up. SEN are going to take a timeout. That big red button being hit by Ewok as the lead that they had, 11-8, gets cut down to 1. They've still got money in the bank. But we're starting to get towards the end of regulation here. They need to be able to put a round together at some point. I think the early aggression was the thing that was working for them. I want to see another set play coming out, being called here. Get Jerwin in an aggressive position. Get him using the refract early on. Get Redux pushing down mid or down A long. Maybe do you have a play in the playbook where you push down C?
Yeah. How deep does the playbook go?
That's what we want to see.
It's going to be difficult as well because you're incorporating Marv as this late element, right? But they've been doing well so far.
And a lot of the pre-barrier calls, Marv's just going to have a Paranoia in his hand. You would imagine, right?
And even in the listening, he's been quite vocal. Asking, what do you want me to do? Where do you want the Paranoia?
And I think if you hadn't taken a timeout, this would be one of those moments where you're expecting John QT to be the difference maker, to call the adaptation. But with John out, Ewok's got to be the guy, hit the button, and give them an idea to get them up to that match point.
Jonah P is going to have a lot of early Odin spam just through the doorway.
And that's actually going to set up Marv on an aggressive position out short.
Chips down Vic ever so slightly as well. Redux! Cheeky angle. Almost anticipated there by Fireball Ops, and now making moves into a different direction entirely. Over towards Garage, Prowler with that connection. Dash to cut it up. Refract pulls it all the way back here.
Oh!
Stutter steps. Vic is going to be catching a kill into Marv now. Blazewall cuts its way forwards and through, does cut away these angles as well, but the slightest of pocket to play in, and Oxy anticipating it. It's a head clean off of Jerwin. Cloud9 managed to barrel their way through here, threatening multiple areas of the map at once, and it's immediately taking the danger out of the round. Whatever that timeout was for does not go to the plan that SEN had in mind.
Yeah, well, SEN heavy indexed in short control. They put 2 players down here in a bait and switch setup, expecting perhaps Oxy to go for that double dash that he's been going for, down short. Or maybe to even catch Vic when he was on his lurk, but on a timing play and based off the garage control, Sentinels had to dissolve that trap setup, and Vic just walked in and won a 1v1 against Marv. That certainly didn't help what was going on the other side of the map. To some degree, I think there's a bit of luck involved sometimes with, you know, what strat do you happen to call coming out of the timeout?
Sure.
C9 went in the opposite direction of where SEN were expecting, and they hold on to enough guns.
They do indeed.
But it's 11-11.
It's 11-11. That's the big difference maker here. Cloud9 have done especially well, I think, considering the circumstances. Looking at that timeline. Pistol round's not going away, bonus round not going away, and yet still finding a way into this map, potential to drag it all the way to Lotus.
Yeah, the amount of rifle rounds they're winning at this point of the game is really impressive. The last 3 in a row have turned the momentum enormously. Still with the op, still with the Odin.
I'll find you.
It's a fake with the TP, Haunt.
It looks like Zelsis is just controlling this space so that Fireball Ops could pick up another ult orb.
Yeah.
But he will still be 1 away.
Redux has got a ton of space over towards A. It was an early drone. Set him up onto the line, and Marv's going to be getting the acknowledgement now. Anchor smoke. Drop down. Propped up. Double dash, though. It spots him out, but a Refractor pull all the way back here. Paranoia to be pulled out early. Fireball Ops there with a flash. Right around the corner. And a collection of util pays off massively. Like a wrecking ball, man. He just runs his way through the site.
Yeah, when they set him up, when he is the player that's involved in this death ball that goes towards the site, if they can get these rounds where SEN don't throw them off with some defensive aggro early, Fireball Ops is really clean on these site execs as a Phoenix. Been winning them a lot of rounds, and he's managed to generate up that Phoenix ult again.
Redux is going for it. He's got a blaze on for the next round anyway. Doesn't really care about throwing this gun away. He wants to do damage. Take it now, but that Haunt just revealing it, and Vic more than ready. Still with that Odin spam. This one have to be saved. A potential final chance, and away. That operator too precious to really throw away a chance.
What a string of rounds here that Zelsis and team have been able to put together against his former squad. It's been incredibly impressive, and SEN still struggling to come up with the answer.
No charges left.
We asked the question, how deep is the playbook in terms of these early round aggro plays? It kind of feels like they've run out, because a lot of the setups right now are more passive, are more defensive.
Enemy remaining.
All right, boys, keep carrying me. Come on.
Jack's 4 and 14 at the bottom of the scoreboard. Not an area that he's used to being in. Like I said, his stats in Tier 2 were monstrously good.
It's relatable, though.
Oh yeah, that's me in every rank game, man.
The Cloud9 are doing it. One more round, and they can drag it all the way. Lotus abound. It is desperation at this point, isn't it? Cuts it up close now. Close quarters for Jonah P. Leaping into the fray, though. It's Fireball Ops, leaving no stone unturned. Off angle Redux is already there, and he's whipped away at least 2 of the heads. Still to run it back to save the day. Updraft and around. Blazestorm just going wide on it. It's everything being thrown into the maw, and attempting to play towards it, but they hear that gun exchange, and it points them directly towards where the action is. All down to Jerwin now. Looking to survive, stringing it together, and it's too much for him to overcome. Lotus abound, Cloud9. An insane amount of resilience and grit on display.
What a recovery late on Haven. Some brilliant rounds being put together towards the end. Vic, who returns to the roster, goes 20 and 12. And what a surge up the scoreboard for Fireball Ops as well.
Well, let's get to it then. It is map 3 up for grabs, and it's Lotus going to be the staging ground between these two teams. I got to say, a lot of resilience on display by Cloud9. They managed to overcome a lot of the odds against them. despite the fact that SEN were taken away, pistol rounds, a bonus conversion in the midst of it. We are going to map 3.
It's a great point, but I think, again, you have to set the context, though.
Sure.
That it's great resilience from Sentinels to be playing without their IGL, without one of their most experienced players who's been there all the time for this squad. And they are still pushing C9, even on the map that C9 won, to the limit. It looked like Sentinels were going to run away with that 2-0, to be honest with you. And now we go to Lotus, which, funnily enough, is a map that neither of these teams have won on this year in VCT. Both teams 0-2 on Lotus throughout Stage 1, didn't play it in kickoff. So for one of these teams, they're going to be able to pick up that first win on the map. Sentinels, from what I was looking at, did look a little more competent on this map when they played it. They were playing against tough competition, people like NRG, G2, those kind of teams.
Sure.
Because it was a tough group that SEN had in Stage 1. So we'll see if any of that translates, whether they've got new compositions, new ideas, all of that good stuff that you expect when teams are debuting at the start of a new stage.
I mean, it's been about 2 months, right? So
it's been a long time.
You'd expect these teams to have improvements being made, especially on maps where they weren't as strong as in the past. I mean, both of these teams, I think, lucked out a little bit, I think, as well, with the map rule changes.
Yes, both of these squads were banning Pearl and Fracture.
Yeah.
What have we lost? Pearl and Fracture.
So there you go.
So it's
Big
pretty
winners.
fantastic. I mean, they were able, we don't 100% know because, again, it's the beginning of the stage, but I think they were target banning in this game, both of them against their opponents.
Yeah.
They managed to ban maps that they weren't that great on and their opponents were good at. So who knows if either of these squads are going to have a perma, or maybe they'll grow into one as they figure out their map pools a little more.
We'll see.
From matches.
Impromptu head-to-head between, well, IGL versus local player.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not going to call Jonah P the IGL.
Stand in IGL for today. I'm not 100% how things are working.
He's normally very, very good at the communication, even regardless when John's in. So, okay, Lotus though. Loading into the map now, we see the compositions. Guess what? Pretty standard stuff.
Yes, very standard stuff.
Yeah.
But even that in itself is a little bit moving away from the norm because both of these teams were down to experiment on lots of different maps. We've seen them run double duelist before, for example, on Lotus at various points. So going to what is pretty much considered the best composition that you can run here, the Viper with the Vice, with the Fade. And we've seen the Marv Viper work up some astonishing lurks on this map before.
He's devious.
He really is.
Don't give him the space. He'll take over without you realizing.
And we get to see Fireball Ops on the Viper too. He looked super competent on the Phoenix, but it's not really very popular here on Lotus. Not a map where you can run that pick.
Getting the ready checks about here to see if we can get into the action. It will be a real test here for both of these teams. Obviously, caveat being added that we've been talking about with Marv filling in on the roster, but I see it. The exchange of fist bumps, that makes me a happy man because it means we will be getting into the pistol.
And the pistols have been the domain of Sentinels today.
Oh, yeah.
C9 would love to be able to take one away on the decider map. Zelsis has been talking about how this is the one he wants.
There it is. What did he say? He would give up the other 4 games? Happy to lose all of them as long as he can beat out Sentinels. Well, they dragged it to the 3rd and final map in this series here. Hell of an opener for Stage 2 for these two teams. Ball's going to open up nice and early here. Puts a bit of fear into the minds of Sentinels. They're all up though.
Yeah, they're anticipating it potentially being a B finish here. Putting Zelsis on A. More than other Vice players, I think. Likes to move his setup around from C to A.
There's a lot of noise being made here. The Vice Util is going to be stalling out Sentinels, waiting for the timing though, and they do coordinate well, at least stepping up and over towards the wall. Zelsis, couple of pot shots. He'll be playing his way all the way back here. Order Util are going to be deaded in the process, but all that space regained by Cloud9. They've cleared out Rubble entirely now, and now looking to make the move over towards Door. Flip of the switch. Prowler going to be leading the charge on top of it. Backside positions though. Urgency really into the step of the Sentinels players, but they are really getting caught into a corner with a nade, rebounding off to the side, and there it is, kill claimed. Along with that seize, good connection, combination of the util and out of the defuse. Potential for it being stuck away, but it is random spam. And praying away, really, that they can collect these kills. No half-earned up the, at least with these bullets. Whistling down the opposition now and more. Jack having to sidestep it away. Half onto the defuse, a lot of damage done, but he just can't claim the kill. Finally there, twists and turns. Jack denied in the final moment. It's the armor that saves the day for Redux.
What a heartbreaker for Jack towards the end. Armor saving Redux's life. The player that was talking about post-plant situations for these two teams on Summit right at the beginning of the series. Put in a really difficult retake of his own. Had much more of a chance of being able to impact the game here in just this one round that he had over the whole course of Haven, really.
Yeah.
But can't quite get it across the line, and it's another pistol round for Sen.
They're just racking them up.
Another moment of pain for Cloud9 early on in a half. Now you've just got to make sure that none of these ult orbs are going towards somebody with a big ult.
They don't have a trap player towards Mount. Sen are trying to sniff this one out. But the danger is lurking just a couple of meters away.
Yeah, you do not want Jerwin to be the guy that mops up all of these kills. If Cloud9 can avoid that, that's at least a silver line.
Access towards it. Haunt, broken. It does put some alarm bells, I think, into the mind of Sen. They don't want anything to do with it.
Ult orb not taken as well. That's the kind of thing that you should be maximizing in a round like this.
Not worried about it. Nobody was holding over towards B main either. I was concerned that they could have been crunched, I think.
Yeah, but when you have full mount control like that, I think it's a little bit too scared to not be going for it. But they're taking the cautious approach.
Yeah. 40 seconds remaining. Zelsis spots it now. Back in a pile of bodies now, starting to make their move over towards the A site, and that's going to be calling for the rotation. Shouldn't be too much danger here for Sentinels. Not unless they massively mess up, but they've been pretty disciplined all throughout this series. Snake bite and a nade. Sails up towards the back, but it just misses the mark there. Jonah P's able to sidestep most of the danger once more. Redux. Smoke's going to be offloaded, revealing a couple of these players, and that swing will be punished. Redux, it's bullet straight to the dome. Jack takes him out.
It's a gun for Oxy.
It is. The Bulldog picked up, and now they're playing these players all the way in. Hold on. Finding their way all the way forwards. Paranoia. It's a great connection. Lining up the remaining of these Sen players, and with that gun in hand, Oxy taking over now. Prowler spotting it out. German can't quite get anything online, and it's up to Marv now, just with that classic to ward and triggered over anyway. This is all Cloud9. What a way to get back into things.
Who needs a pistol round? Not C9, just come back in. The swarm of classics. They have not been buying into these rounds either. Once they lose the pistol, they are full ecoing, and this is a full thrifty round that they win.
Redux just handed over the Bulldog of his death there, but anticipated there would just be one player out into heaven, I think, from the Haunt.
Yeah. Yeah, wasn't expecting to swing into the Horde. And I was talking about silver linings being Sentinels not building up towards an ultimate.
Yeah, how about a round win? Oxy. High ground, hold on. Walls overlapping. Crisscrossed up.
Trying to use his crouch here just to play over the top.
Players right in front of him though. There'll be an opportunity to farm up a couple of kills, but he is caught into the corner now with that nade. Satchel trying to skip his way across. The bullet tag! Slow to a crawl. Will be paying for it with his life. Trying to peek. Hello. What's going on there? Slipped his way through.
Absolutely bizarre scenes.
Jonah B trying to like no clip into the wall? Don't know. It's just...
He may have been pushed there by the Vice Wall.
Oh, yeah.
I think they'd laid the Vice Wall over the Viper Wall at B.
You might be onto something there.
I think there was some weird interaction.
It was quite comical, though.
Yeah. Well, they had a gun to be able to work with in this round, and Redux has got a Vandal towards the end of things. So there's still a chance for Sentinels to be able to pick this up. But it's a low chance.
No, he said that about Cloud9.
They at least had the bodies to be able to work with. There were swarms of players with classics. Sen don't have the numbers here.
Rick is on a low amount of HP.
So was Redux. That's why he's passed the Vandal over the quad to see it.
Yeah. So this one gets played now. Probably some risks in the mind of Sen. Splitting up for now. Util Was saved. Going to be deaded off now. Time ticking.
This is
they're taking their
slow.
time. They're bleeding a little bit too much time off the clock, to be honest with you. Sentinels now are really being put into a prime position to potentially win and take this one away, because it's about to start getting rapidly. Yeah, the beeps getting more and more urgent. And Reda's just playing his timing. Takes the timing. It's picture perfect. Snake bite run revolved up. Like a dagger to the back. That one's going to hurt.
Too much caution from Cloud9, and SEN steal the round away. C9 took so long getting into position for the retake, they realized the time had essentially run out for them, and they just had to run forwards, giving all of the sound cues.
What did happen there?
He's playing Mecha Chameleon.
I don't know.
Blending into the corner.
That's what he's trying to do. Still, all smiles on the face of SEN. Can't blame him. On that position there from Cortezia, he's looking to see if he can pre-aim. Defensive haunt that might get thrown out, but...
Oh, and what a weird buy it is from Cloud9 now.
Yeah.
They've got 2 players with classics and 3 with rifles. Because this economy has not been stable for either squad.
2 of the players with rifles holding over towards that C mount control, but one section to B. Trying to bait out the wall. It's a successful operation.
That puts a bit of fear of God into Oxy, because at any point his door could be tapped.
It's good. Going to be pushing them all the way back here. Sidestepping a lot of this util. Fireball ops. Trying to take that peek here, but he doesn't really have the weapon at hand. This is Joe now taking a lot of space off the back of it. Still, it's a good paranoia. Vic there. Rifle in play. Oxy. Waits it out, waits it out, waits it out! Oh! Unfortunate tidings. Instant snap back. It's good from the Professor. Celsius. Bait and switch play, just trying to play this one late in through main, but now reveals his hand. And now surely should be curtains. Cortezia though, now he's going to be pressed into a 1v2. Suddenly turns his way and around. The damage being done though, surely not. Vic lowers anything. Single bullet will do him in! But the positioning in the movement, just a little bit better.
Vic's impact has been massive returning to the Tier 1 stage for Cloud9. He wins a critical round there in a 1v1. Luring Cortezia out into the open and being able to finish him off.
It's massive.
This kill as well.
The whole time he's on 45 HP. I mean, one shot to the chest.
Yeah, and he's basically
takes him out.
One to the chest and one to the toe and he'd be done. 8-2 right now. And nobody able to get a string of rounds in a row whatsoever. Can Cloud9 be the first?
SEN might have something to say about it, especially with the ults they built up.
Yeah, they're forcing up as well.
Yeah.
50 credits to the name of Jerwin.
I think it might make sense, especially when you got the showstopper. Ton of other ults to go along with it. The war chest is filled to the brim, and you're going to see already utilization of it. This is just an ult to cut it up and clear over towards that C-mount position.
Very expensive way from
Very expensive indeed. Now we see it though. The showstopper also going to be committed and full evacuation call for Cloud9. Peeling all the way back here, but it does allow Sentinels a lot of space. Deep one way already going to be layered down.
My eyes are on Cortezia. Does he have a post-plant use for this steel garden? If he can get himself deep, he should be able to support Jerwin from afar.
Might be saving it potentially. Here it is though, shots are fired off and Zelsis is not going to have that ult for it still. Return of the fire with the trade, now Showstopper earns up of his own. Oxy all the way in, and this is not going to care at all about that steel garden! Flick of the wrist, and it's a good adjustment still. Traded 1 for 1. It's post-mortem as way that kill was claimed. Guns taken away, smokes on smokes, in through the site now, time still ticking. The action of the onus is going to be laying on the shoulders of Cloud9. Marved, the Iceman! Letting loose now and taking over. Time turning, and as that circle shrinks, he knows the damage is done. Round win here for SEN.
And again, it just keeps going back and forth. No team can secure any level of stability so far on Lotus. Blow for blow, both of these squads. But with all 5 players dying there, the economy is going to be in a weird spot for both teams, honestly. It's not going to be a perfect buy for Sentinels, even though they won. Oh. And Jack, I feel for him getting stuck in another situation where he's... The time just isn't on his side.
It's a weird buy. It's a hero rifle or 2. Vic and Oxy's hands, but up against tall order now. Sentinels Good util for the reclear. It's a nade. Snakebite and a C's all collecting. And talking about collecting, it's kills racked up. Cloud9. I'm going to ignore the state of the economy, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
It's just back and forth, isn't it, these rounds?
But it's a sick idea from C9. That reclear of rubble straight out the strike book and perfectly executed as well. A haymaker. A great response. Perfect counter-attack. And back to 3-3.
Yeah.
it's just instantly put the pressure back onto Sen's economy. And they didn't have to use that many ults for it either. Celsius and Jack still with big ults in the back pocket.
Trying to dodge and avoid the Prowler, but spotted out.
What a scrappy game so far.
It really is.
Incredible stuff. Surely, though, surely this is where C9 are going to be able to put 2 in a row on the board.
He says. Confidence. And these kills, hold on. Play a significant part of this one, but still, okay. Goes down, 3 surviving. C9, 3, 2, 3.
When you get back and forth rounds like this, it means that both teams are on minimum loss bonus, right? So that means you have almost no money to be able to work with when you lose a round. So Sen are coming into this next one with absolute bargain bin buy.
Yeah, it's nothing.
There is no world in which they win this one, Brent. It's not happening. Look at it. It's classics. It's a sheriff and 1 bandit.
I mean, it got buffed.
No ults really either. It's not happening. C9 are winning 2 in a row. It's happening.
Surely.
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 This is 9 to it.
Would have said that about round 2 as well.
Yeah. And playing it well, though, Sen. A lot of space given up over towards Mound, so easy pickings with the orb. Starting to look to see you can generate some ults.
When you're the team that's on the lighter buy, you're not as worried about the trap play, so you can just go and disrespect that. Take the orb.
Barely able to get out of there, but the sound cue's potentially heard. Yeah. So, aim trained off onto the cross. The Haunt getting good information too. Maybe you are right. He's holding down towards the Paranoia. Spray of the bullets, though. That Paranoia is going to be good for it. Double dash forwards, blind as anything. Sharp shooting. Vic.
1 enemy remaining.
Locking onto heads here. This guy's like a Terminator, man. Don't stop him.
He said he was excited to be back in Tier 1. Learn a bit from his journeys down in Tier 2 as well.
Yeah.
Returning back to the squad that he decided to leave.
And he said it himself as well, I think, that he sees it as a moment of redemption, I think, as well, to do what's right by Cloud9, because he was saying he was feeling bad about leaving them. He did put them in a very difficult spot at the end of stage 1.
Yeah, he definitely did leave them in the lurch. But if he's going to come back and put on big performances in Nut 2 and 3 and take him to an early win in stage 2, then I think all could be forgiven.
Yeah. It's in the past. Don't worry about it, Vic.
Yeah.
Just don't leave us again. It's all good.
Next week.
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
It's all right. Marv did step in at that point, wouldn't he?
What?
Well, I mean, he's a traveling mercenary at this point. Although I think he's more attached to Sentinels.
Oh, that was Demon 1 in stage 1.
It was, yeah.
Going around. Yeah. All right, timeout here for Sen.
You're seeing Redux's stats across stage 1 on your screen right now. He's a player that has been rotating his roll around a ton. They've not really built the comps and strats around him. I like the idea of what they were going for on Haven, but the strat book didn't really seem deep enough to be able to put Redux in all the best positions possible on the defense side. Now he's back onto the Omen. He says he's very comfortable on a ton of these type of roles. But can Sentinels find what is needed here to be able to run uphill against the ult economy now?
Yeah.
Because now it's not really about guns anymore, it's about the ults.
You're exactly right. Still a tall order for them. The ults are online, largely pretty much for Cloud9. Just missing a 1. You've seen a level of aggression here. Deep walk up into the main control. It's a bait and switch setup. Oxy's there to absorb up a lot of this utility. He's going to be peeling all the way back and hoping that they overchase, but...
Vic just got absolutely deleted.
Yeah, where's he gone?
Well, he was opening the door.
Yeah, looking to see if they can bait that aggression. But yeah, with Vic going down, it does complicate things, doesn't it?
He's 11 and 3. I think he just thought he's got a hot hand. He's willing to take the fight. But he got sat down there. The C site is going to be really, really difficult to get through. You've got a Vice wall to help Fireball Ops play inside the Viper's pit. It's tough. I think this has got to be a round where you're looking for a mid-round walk back into A. Perhaps Cortesia could fake.
Ooh. The Haunt. Half-hearted is the clearance, and it is a fake here with a Steel Garden. Overlapped on either side. This is an attempt to try and push them back and away, but it's into the hands of Oxy now. How do they play this one? Guns ripped away. In danger now. Oxy's trying to make the most of this one. Now it's clean. Doesn't expel all the bullets. Resets his aim in time, sidestepping a lot of this going his way, and it's long range of the util. Nightfall being sent flying forwards. Anything to see if they can bail him out. He has to be the player. Gets one more for his trouble. Celsius played in off the back of it. It's Jonah P cleaned up and traded now, and that spike has been dropped down potentially into his lap. Snakebite though, potentially could. No, there's a slight corner and a pocket of playing, but it gives a bit of breathing room enough to reclaim space and positioning over towards this spike. Tucking around the corner. It's up to Cortesia. Can you deliver? Can you defend? Pushing him back and away. Very wide face. Jack there instantly with the trade, and now Pit. Lay it down. All up to Marved. 1v2. Circling around. It's a guessing game. He's going to let that Pit drop down and expire. Keep them guessing as to where he could be playing. He's going to need to be absolutely brilliant here because the space in Cloud9, it looks like it is picture perfect at that. Gliding into the side. It's Cloud9 who get another round in. Finally a 2-round lead.
They got their feet under them now, C9. And even with Vic falling early, Oxy does a ton to be able to defend here. Vic, it looks like with that first jiggle, just didn't quite spot the player. But Oxy works miracles in this spot.
Yeah, he does.
Great kill onto Jerwin. Great delay as well, just to buy time for the defensive rotates to come through. He's been the guy for C9 for so long. It'll make a big difference if the others are able to step up around him in stage 2. But when questions are asked of him, he's rock solid.
He delivers.
And now he's got his showstopper. Defensive protocols look good from C9. Their retake ideas look good as well early on. The pathing's clean.
Ooh, got to be careful of that one. Lucky to be alive there. The Haunt did catch. He's been pushed back and away there. Prowler, the supplement as well, was chasing. Let's put Vic in a prime position. He's controlling all of A control. See that slowly gearing up over towards this B side. Looks to be the goal, at least to pull somebody util out initially. There's the wall. At least going to be used. Paranoia offloaded. Vic needs to be careful about overstaying here, but he is so confident.
Yeah, Vic's doing a great job.
Still holding this one down. Slight pixel line. Crouched up. Spray of bullets here. Narrowly avoiding a lot of the util going his way.
Finally, just has to give up this position. But the hit is coming over towards C.
It's so brave that he's got so much info.
Yeah.
No one's budged off the C site.
And Oxy is here with Showstopper.
30 seconds remaining.
SEN are going to have no luck here.
Oxy, Showstopper in hand, and now looking to put a stop to the round entirely. Straight to the skybox with that one. Zelsis! Unaware of the corner that was just occupied by Redux, but it might matter. Or it might not at the end of the day here. Redux has got a lot to do from this position. 15 seconds remaining. Hold on, ult.
He's got the time.
Yeah, that's his ult now.
Only just.
Only just. Pulls it back from the brink here in this deep position, and Jonah P. Could have been a critical kill, but Jack stays alive. Plant down. In a prime position here, 2v4 to play around. Everything to do from this spot. Jonah P. ISO'd, but still collecting the kills and brings it now into the 1v1. The damage has been done. And somehow from the brink, somehow Sentinels in the right place at the right time. Redux of the 3-piece. Quick thinking all around.
They had one out in that round. Only one. The teleport away with 2 seconds still spare on the clock. Redux puts the plant down and they had to play for a kill. They've got to. And Jonah just holds this angle beautifully.
It's so good by Sen.
Lovely as well from Redux to be getting up and aggressive in a position where he can play off Jonah. Yeah. Up until that point though, Cloud9 played the defense wonderfully. You know, Vic making himself look big over towards A. given all of the information to the rest of his team. C9 absolutely crushed the C exec. But another situation where they lose up players, that's what killed them on Summit.
Guessing game with this wall up, but just spotting contact, Vic. Seeing it, signs alive.
It's such a gamble.
Still holding the angle down. Takes the timing there, rattles off a couple of bullets.
Those wobbles of the Viper wall are client side, so you never are really sure what your opponent's seeing, what you're seeing.
Door open up though, it's going to be ults committed with a nightfall off the back of it. No one's really home, other than Vic still. This guy just will not give it a rest, will he? Doesn't matter. He's home alone. He's got some supportive util now, but he's going to be throwing it out himself and caught unaware. Redux. Bullets of Dome. Oxy straight there, though. And Jonah P just trying to cut up these angles from below. Sees sidestepped. Only avoided. Still, the spike is dropped down into the middle of nowhere and just spotting out these players. Satchel abound. Cortez nice with the movement. Makes himself a difficult target now. And the 2v3 suddenly in favor of Sentinels, but they still need to get this spike down.
It was early. It was aggressive from Oxy. He's left his team in a 2v3. Jack is very committed.
This is good. You're going to know that that's occupied up space. Hold on, the pre-fires Jack. Lighting them up. They still don't have this spike left. There's 12 seconds remaining, and Sentinels just can't find a way back in. Cortez he's grabbed hold of it at least. The spike is down. He's bought himself at least a chance of win con, but he is being assailed from multiple directions. It's Cloud9 that weather the storm and find a way through it regardless.
When the pressure is on, map 1, they crumbled. But here in map 2 and map 3, C9 have been resilient. They've had a backbone to them. It's impressive to see. This looked like another one of those rounds where they got themselves into a difficult position, but it's actually the spike just being lost in no man's land that ended up being the perfect thing for C9 to play around. Are those words of encouragement?
I don't know. I mean, Vic has a lot to say.
Yeah. I don't know what Vic was spitting there. But
I didn't see that.
They've killed the economy for Sentinels.
Yeah. The timer paused here, so was this last timeout now for Sen?
Yeah, double timeout being used in the first half of Lotus.
They're really being pressed into a hard spot here. I think Sen have done incredibly well considering all the circumstances. We've been talking about it.
Yeah.
The viewers at home aren't blind either. You can see it. John QT is not playing for them, so they've done incredibly well despite these circumstances.
Yeah, if you're a Sen fan, you're taking this as a bit of a freebie, this opening game.
It's an exhibition match.
Yeah, you don't know exactly what your true level of the team is going to be. You just know that it's going to be some level of improvement above what you're watching today. But I think, you know, you can still have an idea about player form. You can still have an idea about what the coach's ideas look like on certain maps, the comps that they're going to be looking to play, that kind of idea. Here, though, it does look like C9 are grinding out the rounds that matter. The early beginning to Lotus could have gone in any direction, but it was C9 that got their feet under them first. And it is C9 that are winning the crucial rounds to knock Sen's economy down. And it is C9 that have been able to preserve those 2 tack timeouts.
Yeah.
Whereas Ewoks had his last chance there, of his own volition at least, to go and have a chat with the team.
Sen, no chance to catch your breath. Outlaw in the hands of Oxy. Well trained there.
Jowen's one away from getting a showstopper online. There is a chance that he could do some magic with the Bulldog and then his ult. That's exactly what Sen would be hoping for.
Deep smoke layer down, with a Prowler. There's a bit of clearance here. Cortezia, hold on, they've flipped the switch. Zelsis is caught out into a corner now and he needs the bailout. Oxy provides it. Stimulus check just coming out of nowhere there to save his ass, but kill still being found across the board. That, listen, risks need to be taken. You're on an eco, I understand it. Leaves it up to Marved.
I have the spike.
With it all to do, and the main goal, don't feed Oxy another ult point. You've got yourself an advantage into the next round. It's going to be the final round of the half, and Jowen can make magic happen with the showstopper. But last time they were in a spot like this, Oxy had the other one on the other side.
30 seconds left.
Vic spots it out now, and Oxy is aim trained on it. Collects the kill.
And there it is, that extra ult point. Oxy now only 1 away. He could definitely try to hard lock down a Rubble and play for that. Look at this. It's actually Zelsis, I believe, who tapped the door.
Okay.
So it wasn't the attackers going for that B default trying to clear Mound. I think it was Zelsis deliberately opening it so that Oxy could get that sightline.
Nice! Hey, good shit, friend.
Yeah, I'm just so happy to invite the pressure onto him, but all good.
And it is going to be that rubble clearance that I was talking about.
Here we go.
They're going to try to hard fight here over A. Clear some space for Oxy to grab that orb.
Joe has a showstopper. It's going to be played on watch now. It's going to be offloaded. Sends it flying forwards, Oxy. This is best to try and avoid most of that one, but like a clay pigeon, decimated in the air. Nade rebound to the Paranoia. Blinded up, pushed into a corner. Fireball Ops can only do so much from this spot. Vic, hold on. Bails him all the way out, but the damage surely done. Low as anything. And Redux is right there. Tip-tapping away, Zelsis. Last round and a half, might as well use it. Ult expended and a perfect peek off the back of it. Brings it to that 1v1.
Redux has got to be good for this one. SEN need it.
A lot of util to play around here. Make his mark known. Deep TP up towards heaven. Zelsis unaware of it. 7-5, that'll be the half. And Sentinels, you can see, out of their seats, smiles on their faces.
Yeah, because the read was correct. Great idea here, knowing that Oxy would look to try to play for that ult. Jowen's there, ready for the punish. He gets a critical kill. Oxy forced up, Marv cleans him. And then Redux wins the 1v1 towards the end.
Come on, Jordan, what's up?
Sentinels are winning every pistol round. And if they get another, they could easily be drawing 7-7 here on a crucial map 3.
Really even, almost as it can get, really. 7-5, and with Sentinels, the track record so far in pistol rounds, they've been the one collecting all of them. Chances are, might be seeing an even scoreline soon enough here between these two squads. And it's a Cloud9 that are looking to try and capitalize off of a weakened Sentinels. Circumstances, having to play without the IGL. Marv stepping in for them, and Sen have been making the most of it, really. Playing with that house money, as we've described it. For Cloud9, pressure's really on them now to close this one out.
Yeah, they've got another good opportunity to win a critical Lotus. Neither of these teams been able to put a Lotus W in the column this year in VCT.
This will be a first. We'll see it now, though. Sheriff, it's in the hand of Jerwin. He's brave here. Very much alone onto the seaside, just a one-way to play off of.
Yeah, just trying to make it look like they've got some kind of stack. Push C9 away if there is any pressure.
Yeah, and he's in a bit more of a passive position.
Trying to play off the one way, but it doesn't look like Redux is going to give him another.
Tiniest of angles.
Oh, here it comes. Possibly.
C9. Holding for something. Trying to bait the deep push, but now looking to see if they can get active. They do have a lot of space over towards A. Fireball Ops has worked his way all the way deep off the back of his wall.
And he knows that the Vice Wall is there.
Yeah, he's going to be able to hear this.
So they might, though, be expecting them to be playing A for retake, or even just with max one player here of Cortezia. It's a little bit unusual that Redux and Cortezia would both be here with the Vice user.
Times unorthodox, though, can work out. The Thorns make it really difficult, and that flash didn't really work out yet. Still, the kill is claimed. Redux forward into his position, over towards Tree, calling for the pivot, or back over towards B. Cloud9 look to see if they can get that plant down. Still util Like I'm flowing in at this point. Sentinels still gearing up for this one with a massive player advantage. Now they're going to be putting the squeeze onto Cloud9. Individuality is what's going to be called for. Util being held over towards Blue Room. Deep play and a push being made. Nado is going to be flushing these players all the way out into the open. Sentinel surely set up for success with a couple of these kills going their way, but dominating the space. Control over the Blue Room is critical. Vic barely gets it under control, and now he's the last one left. Smoke to potentially play himself in. Right click's not going his way to defuse. Fully stuck all the way in the action. Blind fires going to miss, and again, the trend continues. Pistol rounds, every single one cleaned up by Sen.
C9 cannot win a pistol in this series.
That's been brutal for them.
At least on Lotus, they managed to immediately eco Sentinels back, but it seems really unlikely they'd be able to put something like that together again. I like the idea from C9 as well. You're looking to take the A space. When there's too much resistance, pivot back into B. You're trying to outthink and outplay a team that isn't playing with their IGL. It seems like it makes a lot of sense, and yet there's plot armor all over Sentinels in these pistol rounds.
They just will not go down. All right, this is throwing the absolute kitchen sink over towards C and seeing what can stick. TP from Vic is immediately going to be cleaned up from that one. Util went both ways. Enough of it as well that Sentinels were able to just slam the door shut. 3 players waiting in the wings. They're going to take a time and just drifting straight past that one. That is clean as anything. One away now from the ult. It's a big one from Sen.
Yeah, it's a disaster. You do not want to be feeding a Steel Garden one away from being online on a defensive bonus. It couldn't get worse. They walk into Godazir, who to his credit is willing to take the fight, willing to take those aggro angles.
Oh my god. This Bulldog
is a skin trailer. He's just in disbelief.
It begins.
Yeah, it's not the most ideal start to the second half. As you mentioned, aiming towards the top just in case the horn is landing there. A lot of space over towards that mound control. Sentinels not making a play to build up the ult. Not to call Azir, they're happy to just allow him to play his setup over towards the A site.
Yeah, if he catches one as C9 go for the entry, then the Steel Garden in the back pocket might come through. But otherwise, this round is going to center around that mound control.
Where are you?
It's all there for Sen.
It's really passive from C9 as well.
That deep B main control, but they're now looking to dissipate a bit back. Double TPs, fakes on fakes, but Joe's still holding on to a lot of this control. Looking to potentially concede it now, though.
It's very
jump spot.
It's very similar to what they did on the pistol round, and that's why Sen are already getting the read.
Joe is so brave.
Yeah, but he never really got pressured.
Yeah.
And he's informing a double rotate. There are now 3 sight anchors on A with the Vice Wall, with the Thorns.
Good luck. That's all I'm going to say.
And if the B pivot comes through, Jonah B's tucked into this angle.
There it is. Wall's going to be cutting this one up. That's missed time. That's going to be players separated away from this one. Nade going to be dropped down towards their feet. Sees a little bit delayed at that. Sen swarming out of possible positions and making sure to clean up and dissect these players away. Sharp shooting from Marved. And here it is into the bitter end. There's 12 seconds remaining. It's all or nothing. Jack not going to be caught out by that Seas. Managed to slip his way back and away. Plant down. Nado. Oh my. Just has to commit towards the plant just to buy that possible win con. Now Vic in a 1v2. What can he do? Circling his way around. It's all Sentinels.
The defensive setup far too strong for C9 to crack. Joe massive control over towards Mound.
He's made it way too easy for Sen.
Nah, it's way too passive. You're completely right. C9 at no point actually tried to take Mound control. They just sat outside Mound.
Nice, baby.
Like watching England versus Argentina. It's tragic. It's tragic.
The Tommy Tuchel default.
Oh.
No, it's
not again. Don't remind me. I shouldn't have brought it up.
They're not pushing Joe off an aggressive angle over towards Mound, which means that when they do go back over towards A, it's too obvious which way they're passing.
Yeah.
So there's 3 sight anchors, including all the Vice Util. Marved doesn't even need to hit such a brilliant 2K with the Sheriff, but he does it anyway. Because why not?
Plays in the right position here. Forcing the timeout out of C9. It's the first one they've used in this map. Critical one. Got to try and turn things around if you can, but SEN are off to just such a brilliant start once more. Similar to what we saw, I believe, what was it, Haven? Ended up converting pistol into the bonus.
Yeah, similar in the sense as well that SEN are looking to get Joe-in onto more aggressive positions. It's not necessarily just set plays. You know, there's not a big crunch play coming out with a B and C push or anything like that. But it's just they are willing to set the defensive line of scrimmage further forward. And C9 are not contesting it. This time, mixing things up. Coming out of the tag timeout, SEN want to fight over towards Rubble.
And they switch up the setup, so Vice U2 are going to be spread out over towards CB. Bit of Odin spam as well to help this one out.
Is C9 actually going to cross the barrier right now and go into Mount? They need to. You can't be defaulting and just sit outside Mount the entire time.
Pre-aiming some of that util here. Satchel, lay it down. Nade sails over towards the back. Now you're going to be hearing an abundance of util. Yeah, that calls for the right reaction. Cloud9, they are moving towards this C site.
Okay, this is better. This now means that they can go and trigger the wall, bait things out. Oh, they're just going in.
He's got a steel guard and an Odin to boots. Hold on. Satchel movement's going a bit of miss. Cortezia peeling all the way back.
To be honest, they might have caught Cortezia there.
Yeah.
If they committed to it, if Oxy's movement had been a bit better.
He's not expecting it, was he? He's very much all in. Want to put a pause now, though. Gearing up to see if a couple of these kills can go their way. Oxy gets to one. Now evacuation. Sidestepping that one. The Steel Guardian doesn't quite reach far enough, so guns are still intact now for Cloud9. Moving forwards onto this pixel angle. Damage done, no. Doubled up. Now Haunt dealt with. Broken into pieces. 3v3 still. Onto that retake. Big now that forward approach. Cuts it up close. Waiting for the signs of life. A bit of Odin spam. Cortezia looking to see if he can put the hurt onto them. It's a lovely kill. Good return of the fire though, and a great trade at that fireball. Oh, still down to it now, the 1v1. Oxy just spots the top of it. And that's more than a haircut, more than Cortezia bargained for. Lovely work by Oxy.
C9 go forwards, take control, grab control of the round themselves. And Oxy cleans up with a 4K. Again, working magic. Gets that entry over towards Waterfall. Sits actually in quite a passive position in the post plant as well. Lets the rest of his team take the contact and die to Redux, but he mops up at the end. But from Cloud9's perspective, they have to do that more than just once. And they have to do it sometimes where they don't hit into C. Okay, so again, similar level of open, but this time, nobody as yet dips a toe into Mount.
No.
Are they going to? Yes, they do walk forwards this time, looking to try to pick up the ult orb.
Worried about the trap play.
My ult's ready.
SEN have also dropped off from defending Mount as aggressively. They're now trying to play anchor positions with the op on Joe-in.
Trying to bait potentially the overextension. Jonah P is close here. That ult does need to be dealt with. Potential information gathered.
Yeah, I
Too sure how much Vic saw.
I think they saw the operator there.
Yeah, they're gone. And they're gone. They want nothing to do with it.
These are positions, though, in the past where we've seen C9 run up into a stack on A. This time there's only one player home. The B pivot as well looks fairly empty at the moment. Celsius with a lot of options to call with.
Nice util, though, is going to be bogging down Cloud9 in the attempt of a fast play. Look at it, the Thorns just stalling them out now. To the back of it. There's only 30 seconds roughly remaining.
You can't really stop them taking space, though, with these ults.
No, you really can't. Having to be utilized now, both the showstopper and a Nightfall. Cleaves a path forwards. That is a cheeky angle.
Where's the
top
rocket
of the box. Rocket's gone absolutely nowhere near. Redux. Healthy as anything. Holding now. Well, that util. He's found the slightest of corners. Margins to play around here. That blind is perfect. Jonah P just wanders to his death. We're seeing it now to Nade. Pushes them back and away once more. Time being bled off the clock. Cloud9 holding this one. Tooth for nail up towards that heaven angle. The one way back online as well. That's going to be calling it here for SEN.
Wall tripped.
Two fairly simple rounds from Cloud9 coming out of their tag timeout. Imi giving them ideas that are, yeah, simplified, I think, is the right way to put it.
Yeah.
They go for a C exec. Then this round, tap over towards the orb, grab it, back over towards A, as soon as they get the information about what's happening on the site. Good ults. It's an important round, and they use their ults to be able to put one on the board. Round 16 and 17. But now it's going to be more of an uphill battle, because they don't have any of those available. And SEN have been giving them mound control. We haven't seen a mound fight, which is a little bit strange. SEN made their own adjustment to tuck in and play a little bit more passive. Early spam from Cortesia.
Yeah.
Doesn't do too much. And C9 again are given control of this area of the map.
Confidence this time. Taking the space. Slowing down over towards that mound area.
It's a good adjustment.
You do have to be concerned about this one, though. Operator held. There's a passive angle from Jerwin. Not pressed up deep here, just holding for the inevitable peak if there are players over towards C mound.
Yeah, holding a paranoia is a really unusual way of doing it. They're expecting some kind of refight.
It's dissipating. There's danger here. Jonah P just catches the contact there with a Prowler. Puts it loose now. Boombox. That's going to be spotted. Up tight to the corner is Oxy still. It's going to be destroying a bit of the util in the process. They don't bait the wall.
No. And so even though they go and take mound, they haven't put that much pressure onto C. And there's a 3-player stack on A. The spike's finishing B, though. This is all going to be on Cortesia.
See what he can do. All the way back here with the Odin spam in his hands. Potential now to do some serious damage into the corner. He knows the angles well. Waiting for the right timing onto this one. The plant slightly ajar. Jack's going to be holding his breath there in that position and spot like that. Still with a hail of the bullets. Nade on top of it. Barely alive. Lucky as a result of it. Wide swing in the face now with a paranoia. It's perfect to try and set this one up, but it goes both ways. Util to try and cut out. Send from the pitcher. And away from this retake, still gearing up, comes down to the trades at this point. And they're just collided up together here. Still, Sentinels, they have their ins down as that 2v2. Sharp shooting. Jonah P. Sidestep most of this one now. Ticking away as the spike. Fireball Ops needs to be dragged out into the open here. Slight tab with a fade away. Bullets raining down, just not working out in the Professor's favor.
There's a shrug of the shoulders there from Fireball Hops towards the end as he backpedals and hits a fadeaway headshot. He's gone from top of the scoreboard to bottom of the scoreboard with that agent swap on map 2 to map 3. But he's coming up big when they need him to in a 1v1 here. Take a look at it from his perspective. It is an unusual one. Nick and Zelsis popping off at each other towards the end of some of these critical rounds. Jerwin's traded the op for the ult.
You're seeing it now, and the lost one is really kicking in. Hold on. Showstopper, that's gone wide. Straight into the back wall. Still need to deal with this player. What is that? Bullet to the dome. Just about connects. Magnetic is the aim, and Redux looking to snap back away from the C's, but he commits now into the smoke. First gives him a bit of cover and away. The Prowler chasing down at the heels, needs to defend in time. Bullets through the walls. There's the slightest of dings, but no kills claimed. This is carnage occurring, and it plays directly the Cortesia's hands. Just the top. Barely an angle to be seen.
What a pacey round. And you're right that it favored Sentinels in the midst of all of that. Some wild stuff going on. And Jerwin absolutely misses that ultimate, but this shot,
absurd.
While he's moving, manages to control the rifle in the midst of it. And the aggro play, that 1-2 combo from those duelist-esque players of Jerwin and Redux, comes through to put an important one on the board and stop that momentum. 3 in a row for Cloud9 and the streak is broken.
Yeah, it's inspiring stuff from Sen. Holding on, but still, okay, early damage being done with a kill there. Cortesia, no setup, but all the play around. Redux matters into his own hands now. He's going to have to be the playmaker. Twisted turns! Oh my God! Spilling it out entirely for this opposition. C9, wondering where the hell has he gone? Thorn in their sides and still active, still kicking. Marv spotted out. Util going to be layered down at his feet, but he's more time now for the rest of the pack to arrive. Oxy, bullet straight to the dome to answer that one back. Sharp shooting again ordered up here. Individuality raining through. Cloud9 piecing it together bit by bit, kill by kill. When Oxy's alive, anything is possible. Plant still needs to go down, but they have plenty of time to really peel this one back. It's all Jonah P! Onto the line, but a return of the fire is straight there by Zelsis.
Two huge opportunities past Jonah P by. He's normally absolutely rock solid in clutch situations, but there is some madness going on here in this match towards the end.
It's the right play to make by Redux.
It's a crazy play to make as well, though.
I mean, he's very good at that. Spawning in a moment to do high-risk plays.
And he is beat for beat alongside Vic. 20 and 14 against 20 and 15.
Despite all of that, it is Cloud9 with the lead.
There.
2 rounds. Nothing but resilience and grit.
Oxy's making the difference for them. He really is. It's a classic Oxy game.
Surely should be Cloud9 in a prime position to close out the series.
Yeah, they've had a lot of really useful anti-ecos.
They're up against an eco again. You can generate these ults. Oxy, shots going wide here. Jonah P does the best he possibly can in a spot like that.
Oxy one away from ult. Jack one away.
Yeah.
Zelsis one away. These are massive ultimates to be able to convert once you get up to 12. It was C9 that had the grit to be able to come back on Haven. To pull it away, steal it away from SEN, who looked like they were in control of the game.
Jerwin, it's risky business. He's on the eco, might as well just see if he can be that playmaker, but inserts himself back onto that line, punished for it. Switch being flipped, Vic unaccounted for.
30 seconds left.
Look tight to the corner here. They're just looking to see if they can pull out these players. 2v5, 24 seconds left. Plant does need to go down at some point.
Not enough pressure to stop it.
Planted. My ult is ready.
These ults are racking up.
Go
Oxy's death is going to be earned in this one up. 1v3 now for Redux. Going to make a good go of things. Looking for a gun. Redux can't quite find any upgrades in his vicinity.
No, the 2 C9 players that have died are in tree.
Yeah, peeled back all the way here. Redux smoke's going to be fading. Dissipating now, time ticking. Look at that. Pure discipline from Cloud9, not looking to throw away any opportunity. And up to 12 they go with every single ult online.
3 opportunities to close out Lotus. Get a big win on this map. A big win to open stage 2.
It is. Caveat that it is against a weakened Sentinels, but in a position to take an early win.
I think the important thing for C9 as well is if they have a hope of being able to dodge play-ins, they have to be able to get wins like this.
Yeah.
And it's a great opportunity to steal a win away against a weakened opponent.
Here it is. All or nothing. What could Sen do in a spot like this? The flip, the switch. Ball's going to be going open wide. But all those ults earned up. A lot of pressure over towards that C mound. There's nobody home, really, so Sen have got full control over towards it. Going to be aware that this is potentially going over towards A.
I think you need to be in unexpected positions here. You need to be trying to steal the tempo away from Cloud9, because if you just let them walk forwards at you with the Raze ult, how are you ever going to hold on?
Cortezia, Redux's ult now going to be offloaded. Paranoid. That is crazy! Redux! He knows when to take the right timings. He knows when to strike when the iron is hot. No better moment than that. What a play to make.
He's a master of finding the right time for the right risk. 23 kills. We said you couldn't just allow C9 to walk at you with those ults.
Bring them down.
That's what it looks like to take the tempo into your own hands.
30 seconds left.
Still a 4v2 for them to close out, though.
Still, how does Jack get out of this one? How does he evacuate the spike?
Spike down A.
Deep space. Gained by Fireball Ops, but to no avail. For Sentinels, how the hell have they pulled it back from that? Going to be spelling it all the way out. There's 9 seconds remaining. German's going to be holding down the fort over towards the B site. No long for the ward there. Still alive in it.
They get the critical round that they need to be able to pull things back a little in their direction. But Redux's play was so good, they didn't even get a chance to use any of their ultimates. I mean, Jack, at least, did use the Nightfall. But it's a pretty similar situation again. SEN have got to find another play that's just as unexpected and just as powerful as that one.
Yeah.
In order to get past or in front of what Oxy and Zelsis are going to be bringing to the table.
Timeout here. Cloud9. They have a difficult decision to make here for round 23. The money is really just being pushed to the brink. They don't have the loser's bonus racked up. They all in here with their ults as well. They're going to be looking at pretty poor buy for potential round 24.
Yeah, but you got to go for it. You've just got to think to yourself, we have the advantage. We got to close the game out right now. This is one of those spots where you can't possibly play to, you know, the classic phrase, you got to play to win.
Right.
You can't play to avoid losing.
Yeah.
They need to be the ones to set the tempo, to have their idea, their game. And for SEN, if they can hold on for one more round, Joman's going to start to activate with the showstopper that will actually start to level the playing field a little bit. Joman and Quantazia are one away from being able to get ults that would equalize the playing field. And Joman with his op is the guy to try to shut down the showstopper right now.
Yeah.
The Raze v Raze is massively important here in round 23.
They've been using resilience, grit terms to describe Cloud9, but same as applying for Sentinels now.
If SEN were able to hold this on and come away with a win in OT, without John QT, that really would be
unreal. For them! Hold on. Part 1, obstacle removed. No more showstopper. Takes out the Raze adversary.
Couldn't have better anticipation of where that was going. He's been up and over towards C the majority of these rounds. What a time to swat it up.
Jonah P. This is a dangerous position to be in. Just speed. Okay, seeing it. Signs of life now. All the way out and around.
What a paranoia.
That's an incredible paranoia. Long range with the util. Redux just supplementing and augmenting, helping it out entirely. Flawless. And the ult's now in the favor of Sentinels.
Oh, the tables have turned now. SEN have flipped the table. Jerwin's the one with the ultimate. Cortesia now has the Steel Garden. It's C9, whose money is crumbling. Ults are offline, and Jerwin's come up with the play again to be able to turn things. Really good control over towards A-Rubble as well. Not as common to have your Fade playing in that position, but yes, they are. Yes, they are. Can C9 close it with weaker weaponry, or are we going to OT?
That is the question. Get it done. Doing it for John QT. Done incredibly well up to this point.
It is ridiculous that this game is even winnable for them.
Yeah. Finding ways to do it. Very cautious here. Cloud9 not willing to overstep themselves too much. TP cancelled out in time. Steel Guard are now going to be used. See if they can clear these players all the way out, but this is Juwin catching up onto that lurk. Meanwhile, action occurring. Somehow Mark going down to the nade. What are you two now going to be offloaded? Blinds into the face of Cortez. He's going to be sidestepping most of this one now with a Steel Guard going his way. Nightfall on top of it. All this util, all these ults being used to try and peel them all the way back, but Oxy, it's like a rabid dog. It's all the way in there, forwards and through. Juwin now an ult of his own. Showstopper, looking for it and finds it. Target acquired. Like a heat-seeking missile. It's a Raze adversary taken out now.
30 seconds to try to get the plant down.
They're being bled down to the bitter end here for Cloud9. They need a miracle. Try and close out this series here and now. The Sentinel, they've got OT in their minds. OT in their hearts. They got the weaponry to do it on top of it. Tiptoeing around into this one now, but a kill to claim nevertheless. The issue being forced here for Cloud9. The Sentinels! Blinder of a shot here to bring it all the way to OT.
mirroring what Cloud9 did to them on Haven. Astonishing rounds to be able to put together with the dying embers of Lotus. Redux's play is the one that starts it. That monstrous paranoia TP stuff over towards Tree. Rounds ago. And it's Jerwin's op, really, that closes it from there. Shutting down Oxy with the showstopper, getting a 3K there to be able to close things out. And Sentinels drag themselves, kicking and screaming into OT.
They really do. It's unbelievable stuff.
It is remarkable that they have a chance of being able to beat Cloud9 without their IGL in the game.
Just refusing to go down.
It's crazy.
Refusing to give up here. And granted, this is an opening from both squads where they are looking wicked unexpected, but for Cloud9, I mean, we're talking about roster changes that they made, they opted into for Sentinels. Circumstances not of their choosing. And here we are, 12 to 12. Early take of Rubble. One's going to be broken here. Vic reveals his hand, will have to TP. Backs himself out of that corner. A slow take here. Neither side willing to opt in too much.
Celsius is keeping that jiggle peak information over towards C, which lets them have a 3-player stack A. Can Sentinels, without their IGL, find the B pivot? But as he is moving up, it does seem like that's in the back of their mind. They would only have to get through Oxy. It is by far the easier path for them to be able to get the spike down.
We're opened up here. Prowler forwards as well, looking to see if they can bleed out some util away from Cloud9. It has pulled out at least a paranoia. Now they're going to be moving over towards that B direction, like you said. Oxy Nade is going to be set down ahead of time. Doesn't do a lot, though, to help him out in that fight. It's Jerwin again, getting the better of him. Nade sails up overhead, denies his space over towards Heaven, and that plant is down. Sentinels in a good spot here. The post-plant positioning, pretty immaculate. Batter down the hatches. Looking to push back this retake attempt of Cloud9. Oxy down, the chances are slim.
It would have to be the world's biggest horn from Jack.
We've seen it now. Util flies forwards here. The angle's impeccable. Jerwin has been a monster.
Oh, he has woken up for Sen. Redux has been a constant all throughout Lotus. And late on here, Jerwin has activated, man. Jonah P with a couple of lovely ones as well. But C9 had no retake utility at that point.
No.
They did not expect to have to play B for retake like that.
There's blood out from the first tap of the door over towards A now. And how the table has turned, you described it, the table being flipped at this point. Sentinels, one round away. Taking down Cloud9.
It's a more passive hold over towards C. Instead of being able to jiggle peek and get that mount information, C9 have taken it away. They've remembered the adjustment that Amy gave them. So it's going to be tough for Sen to figure out where this is going.
It's very passive stuff.
It is.
Marvd is very far back.
I've got to imagine they'd be playing full C retake. I don't think Marvd is supposed to be committing to this if the pressure hits him.
Yeah, Prowler forwards. Jerwin has a lot of deep space over towards that B angle. A lot of confidence in his aim, but his last few rounds, the way that they have gone. Door opens though, cause for concern. Does have to respect that. Missing the timing as a result of it now, sending it forwards now. Abundance of util, Vic with that deep TP. First one in to take that contact. Okay, Boombot has missed it. Potentially the timing here, but a Prowler round 2. This time, no stone left unturned. Plan needs to go down here. Oxy, hard committing onto this.
It's not a great plan. It's not the headshot angle for Mound. They have to play on-site post plans here. But if Oxy gets a kill, this showstopper could keep OT going.
It could be everything. All grouping up now. Players from Sentinels getting into position. Supplementary is the spam now. Satchel movement, Jerwin. Not too sure what happened there, but it went a bit amiss. Sees an nade over towards the back of the wall. It's able to be sidestepped now, and Oxy's still alive here. Jack, spam again, up into the angle. Players, collateral dump. and absolutely slammed down to the ground. That is Cloud9. Dragging it to 13. We are going again.
Post plants have been a nightmare for Cloud9 across this series, but there they stand strong. Good crossfires, good support for each other. When Oxy fell, unable to pop the ult, there were others ready and up to the task.
One enemy remaining.
Vic and Fireball Ops clean things up with those last 3 kills.
Light from them.
13 to 13.
C9 not out of it yet.
Oh, Zelsis taps the door. Remember, they did this last time with Oxy looking to take an aggressive angle.
Incredibly brave.
Yeah, so SEN don't want to peek into this. They know that something aggro is going on, but actually Zelsis is kind of faking it here.
It makes it feel like there is so much pressure over towards B main and C.
Yeah, it feels like a stack over towards Mound, which is not true at all.
SEN going to be sending it forwards though. Straight into the open arms of Oxy. Blind as anything still, he manages to track it out and away. It's a wonderful movement. Redux! Beautiful work. Sidesteps the bullets coming his way. Dodges the ire of the opponents. And just like that, that is how it's done.
The macro idea is pretty nice from Cloud9, but when the B-pop came through, their players were lost. They had no clue where Redux had got to.
The mechanics of Redux are just unbelievable right now.
Hey, TP's in, and Jack is completely befuddled. Fireball Ops tries to swing in, but he's got no info to work with because Jack's been crossed up, his ankles have been broken. SEN get another match point.
One more to do it. Who's going to give first? That is the question.
The beginning of this map was back and forth, back and forth. No team able to stabilize off the back of a pistol and then a thrifty. The OT could be so similar.
Courtesy is alone here. He's got the U to the playoff from, and his aim, gun in hand. Full confidence now to play for this one. Out towards the back of the side, he does need a bit of a bailout. Someone to help him out. Jonah Peter ended up going down as a result of it. Up onto that high ground angle, Purge. Spotted out though. Redux with that position and a swing through the backside. Zelsis unaccounted for. Plant down. Redux looking to see if he can play spoiler, punish the play. Not quite. And one way in his face is going to make it that much more difficult. He doesn't have a TP to get the hell out of that. That nade is good. Vic sitting tight to the corner. Sentinel still racking up the kills, bringing it into that 2v2. Smoked off.
It's the new guys.
Dissipating shortly. It's up to Mars, it's up to Jerwin. What can they do from a spot like this? It's Cloud9 persevering once more.
C9's tier 2 pickups, Jack and Fireball Ops hold strong and deliver them a 14-14. You might expect in spots like that experience to win out. But C9 have other ideas. This game is ridiculous.
Nice! Come on! Come on!
SEN are looking to open over towards Rubble here.
Slow going now. No all in with the util. Just a haunt and a prowler, something to walk up off the back of it. Makes it feel like there's not much of a presence here. Smokes are being layered up over towards A. This is no slow default, no spread of players from Sentinels. Whole pack of them waiting to strike over towards A, but Cloud9 are waiting in the wings.
It's one of the first times where C9 are not trying to get mound information.
Yeah, very passive positions across the board, isn't it?
Yeah, but they've stacked A and then Scry.
It's a good call. See if it pays off now, though. Slow siege being played for here. Picks up angles. Double satchel's in, though. That cuts it up entirely. And now Oxy's left unaware on top of it. He's trying to take a timing. Showing past that smoke to their own demise. Blink of an eye. It's all Sentinels. Complete control over towards A.
So many bodies. The blast pack movement pulling the crosshair away.
Yeah, they weren't ready for that.
No, they were on the angle, but they couldn't do anything about it.
Oh, Redux.
And if SEN are given this many opportunities to close out the match,
oh my God!
At some point, surely they're going to get it across the line. Redux goes to 31 kills.
This is unbelievable.
Keeping up a kill per round in OT is remarkably impressive. And he's over that right now.
You can't hit him. He's gliding with the movement right now.
Enemy remaining.
Always making it difficult. Always a jar.
I'm not losing to Jordan. There's no way.
It's just...
This match is personal.
It feels like it. It's a lot on the line now. Which team will give first? Util sails overhead as a nade and the Paranoia is going to be spotted out, called for. Instant reaction here by Cloud9. Got to get past this one though with a device set up on the wall. Odin spam as well, raining down Zelsis. Barely alive at all. Satchels through and around. What a shot by Oxy. The Marv straight there. Instant answer. Straight there with a trade.
Marv uses a snake bite as well. Trying to hope that Cloud9 get put off from going for this. But it's going to be a 4v4 retake.
Spike planted.
No Oxy to save them this time, though, in the C post plant.
Cloud9 is a matter of survival for Sentinels. Best chance in a while to see if they can close out this series. Double facing up now, dodging a flash and a fight. Code for that is an insane transfer. It still brings it to the 2v2. Damage done though, damage done. Bullets firing down, raining down the lead and the hail of it. It's all too much. It's all up to Zelsis, it's all up to Jordan. What can you do? Marv on the defuse, it's half already earned, the full stick, full trust, the swing, denied, and Sentinels persevere through it all. IGL on the bench, it matters not.
It's a memorable match by the end of it. 16-14 in OT to get SEN the win on Lotus. And you heard it from Redux's mouth. They were not about to lose to Zelsis today. There was so much personal stock on the line between these two teams,
Really
but that
was.
is honestly a devastating loss for Cloud9.
This is a Cloud9 squad that had a grand opportunity to take a win against a weakened Sentinels now. It's not over just yet. Stage 2 is a very different game being played than we've ever had in VCT before. It's about the long con, it's about looking good when you get into play-ins and playoffs. Sportsmanship will be shown towards the end here, but today the day is Sentinels. Against all odds, everything thrown against them, they stepped up to the task.
What a difficult task they had today.